Hammer Live, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming over from Fish's stream to mine. Appreciate everyone being here. And here we are, and it is continuing a continuation of the PG stream. So please refrain from any bad things, bad language.
Yes, please.
All right, I am going to do these PG streams every Thursday. Right after Go Fish Office is done with hers, then we continue on with mine on Fridays, although it will be back to normal type stream. So um, I am going to cater to both people. Not everybody likes going in the gutter stream, so just saying.
Right, and that's that's your cup of tea there
yes,
for what you do with
yes,
your streams.
exactly. So it's my stream, my channel, my rules. I think.
Yes,
Last time I checked.
yes, they are your rules.
There we go. So, anyways, good to see you, Grandpa Kevin. How you doing? Good to see you. Moose Gal's in here. Gulf Coast is here as well. Passion's Journey. Thank you for coming over. Appreciate you. So, yeah. So I got kind of carried away at the outro. So,
that's okay. It was wonderful, and we got here on time. It's all good. It's your show.
Let her rip.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna let her rip to us. Yep. We're gonna let her rip to a certain point, and then we're gonna.
I was gonna say. I thought you said you were gonna tone it down just a little bit. I mean, still have freedom, but that's obviously your call. So.
Yeah. So.
Yes. So now we're on your stream. So what would you like to talk about over here? What are we gonna do here?
Let's see. What are we gonna do here?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's see. Hello, Toyman's Bar&Grill, Go Fish Office, Grandpa Kevin. Oh, there you go. So golf. Oh, Strawberry Shortcake. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in.
Strawberry Shortcake and Passion.
Strawberry Shortcake is here with us.
Grandpa, lots of people. Chadio.
I'm gonna probably try my hand at baking in a little while. I'm not sure how that's gonna turn out.
That'd be good.
Well, I'm not really a baker. I just like making meals, right? So I don't know. Although I did make my own pizza dough.
You did. You tried out one of my recipes on that, didn't you?
Yes, and I'm surprised I didn't mess it up.
Yeah, because I think, if I recall, didn't you try 2 different pizza recipes? I think you tried mine the first time, the recipe that I have on my channel, and that one was successful, if I recall. And then you tried another one that was like right on the package, maybe, or something, and that didn't go as well for you, if I remember right.
Yeah, no, they didn't. That didn't turn out all that great.
So if you want a good pizza dough, I would suggest you go to my channel and look at my pizza dough recipe.
What you say? Although I did add a little seasoning to that pizza dough, though.
That does help. I do that sometimes.
I did add a little of a Greek spice into that pizza dough.
That would make it good. Very good.
And I came out and I thought, oh, this is really good with that Greek spice in there. Of course, I didn't do much with the other one because it didn't really turn out all that great. So I was like, yeah, we'll never do that again.
Yeah, well, you never know till you try. It doesn't hurt to experiment with different recipes, because I'm sure there's many recipes out there. I just was able to find one that I like anyways for a quick, easy pizza dough. Not saying there's not others out there. There's many wonderful ones. So,
add some chili powder. Well, not everybody likes chili powder or container, man. So you're going to have to, Now, I did add Cajun spice to the pizza, and I mixed it in with the pizza sauce.
Oh.
So.
Now, do you like barbecue pizza, where you put barbecue sauce on for like the sauce? Have you done that before?
No, I have not done that yet before.
Because that's actually, well, I think anyways, that's really good. Like a barbecue chicken or something like that, pizza. I know in my experience with family, let's say a family get together, they had different sorts of pizzas, and the barbecue pizza was the first to go because it was really, really, really good.
Right. And Gaffy says if I want pizza, he just goes to the supermarket and pick it up.
They're Italian, so there you go.
I'm just going to say, well, if you want to eat cardboard, just go to the grocery store.
At Old Crony's Garage, no, you don't have to have a mask or a vaccine to be here in the stream. You're all good.
Nope.
Yeah, see, strawberry shortcake knows what I'm talking. Barbecue pizza sauce is really good. Yeah, it's very good.
Well, I'm going to have to try that one day. Maybe I'll make a Guinness pizza.
Like a Guinness. Would Guinness go well with like a barbecue sauce or no?
There is a barbecue sauce which is called Guinness.
Well, that would make sense then. I mean, I would think so because Guinness is a pretty strong drink, isn't it? I haven't had it, I don't think myself. So,
Guinness is it's a really, really dark beer, but it's nice and smooth and really tasty. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a really. Some people like to drink it warm. I've tried Guinness warm. It's just no. My Guinness has to be nice and cold. Sorry.
Well, I haven't. Well, you know me. I don't have a lot of drinks myself, but I would think cold would be better.
Well, I know in the UK they like to drink their beer warm. And it's like, oh no, on a hot day, and you're thinking about a nice cold, crisp, really cold, crisp beer go down good today.
What about ice cubes? Do you do ice cubes with beer or no? Or would that just dilute it too fast?
No, you can, but it will dilute it after a while. But no,
you don't drink
you can put ice cubes in. Yeah, I know lots of people who do that, who put ice cubes in their beer.
Okay. You know, another thing I've heard of, like I say, I don't drink much myself, but I have heard some people will drink through a straw for some reason.
That is to get you drunk faster.
Okay. I didn't know if it was just a thing like, oh, this is nice or what, but that makes sense.
Yeah, no, okay. That's that gets you drunk faster, which is you don't want to do that.
No.
No.
So I suppose another thought, I mean, you can do whatever you wish over here. This is your stream. But maybe for the people here that weren't at my stream, you can tell them what yummy food you're going to make. What's that tonight? You're going to make those nachos? You could tell them what you're going to do.
Oh, yeah, the hamburger, bacon, steak nachos that I'm going to make later on.
Yeah.
And I bake them in the oven. So basically, I put the oven at 375 degrees, do my layer, throw them in the oven, melt the cheese nicely, and then what I like to do on top, the cheese on top, I like to almost get the cheese to the point of caramelization.
Oh, yum.
It starts to caramelize the cheese, and as that starts, then you take it out and you're ready to go. But then you got all that nice soft cheese all through it too. But then you got a nice hard crust. Not a lot of people like that. They go, oh, what have we got? Burnt cheese?
That's not burnt cheese.
It's an acquired taste. Whenever I make a grilled cheese sandwich, I will because I fry my grilled cheese sandwiches up. Butter, boom, cheese in between, melts between the bread, boom, there's your grilled cheese. I will take 3 or 4 slices of cheese off the brick and throw them right in the frying pan and watch it melt and bubble. And as it gets to a golden brown, I flip it over and golden brown. So it's an acquired taste. Not a lot of people like fried cheese.
Okay, well, I like fried cheese, but I do know that is an acquired taste. Kind of like black licorice, for example. I like black licorice, and I know you do also, but not everybody here likes black licorice.
Right. It's an acquired taste. Don't knock it until you try it.
Exactly. Because the worst case scenario, you just won't like it and just don't have it again.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't like fried cheese, you don't like fried cheese. No big deal.
But you don't know until you try it.
Yep. I am going to make my own cheese sticks too. So I'm going to actually use your pizza dough recipe.
Ooh, I hope that turns out good. Mm.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm going to spice that up with Cajun spice. The pizza dough, that is.
Oh, that'd be good.
Okay, I'm going to grind up and grate my own mozzarella cheese. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Roll it up into a ball, into a long ball about like this. Roll it up, and then wrap the pizza dough around it, and then deep fry it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, I'm going to do my
Mm.
own mozzarella sticks, but it's going to be a twist because it's going to be a mixture of mozzarella and probably my Monterey Jack jalapeno cheese too.
So a little bit of heat, but a lot of flavor, right? I mean, there's not a
Yeah,
lot of heat, but
yeah,
anyway, is there? It's more flavor, actually.
yeah. And then for your dipping sauce with you can either use marinara sauce or you can use salsa sauce to dip your cheese into. Your sticks into.
Yes.
And some people like it, and some people like to do it with the sour cream and chives.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, chives. That makes me think. Growing up, I grew up with goats, right? So we had goat's milk, and we would make
Hmm.
soft goat's milk, like cheese. We made soft cheese, I should say, and we
Right.
would use chives, and that was the best cheese ever. We'd eat it with crackers and whatever, but chives, that's
Hmm.
wonderful flavor for in a cheese
Yeah.
or in sour cream, like you're saying, or whatever. So
Right.
that's very good.
Hmm. So,
Oh, Gaffa likes black licorice. If he told me this, I forgot.
oh, see, it's not just the American or Canadian thing. Apparently, it's an Australian thing. We all like black licorice.
Yeah, it's good. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love black licorice. Mm.
And I love my tiger tail ice cream.
I know, and I'm so upset I can't try it here because it's not in the States, is it?
That's because it's orange and black. That's why it's called tiger tail. But it's the black licorice ice cream is what it is. Even
But I
the
want to
orange
try it.
flavor has the licorice flavor in it. So it's really tasty. Yummy.
Mm. Oh, guess what? I forgot.
Hmm.
I actually picked up some ice cream today.
What kind of ice cream did you get today?
I got I can't remember technically what it's called, but it's the green kind. So it's that chocolate chip mint ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
chocolate mint ice cream.
Yes. So you know what I need to go do right now?
I don't have any, really.
Well, I can send you pictures, but you won't be able to. Nobody will be drooling here because they won't see it. But I will be right back. I'm gonna go get me some ice cream.
I'll tell you, you go get your ice cream. You snap a picture, send me a picture, and then I'll show it to everybody.
That sounds perfect. Then they can see it.
There you go. Yes. I like
I will be right
strawberry ice cream. It's the best. Yeah, I like strawberry ice cream too, and raspberry, but the mint chocolate's really nice. It's one of my favorites, actually, mint chocolate, along with tiger tail ice cream. So and of course, butterscotch ripple is the next one. So I got strawberry marble ice cream at home. Well, there you go. So yeah. Ice cream is ice cream. Of course, we have Oreo cookie ice cream upstairs in the freezer too. So who'd figure that sooner or later they turn Oreo cookies into an ice cream? So there we go. So yeah, she's going to get some mint chocolate ice cream. You know what that mint chocolate ice cream reminds me of is a drink called a grasshopper. You mix that, a liqueur that you mix with milk. Really nice drink. But Poo Tang. How you doing, Poo Tang? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, that's the other thing I like to make too is Poo Tang. Too. Cheese curd, French fries, gravy, and it just melts the cheese all over the fries. Yeah, it's really good too. That's something else to make. But you can use any kind of cheese too if you want. You don't have to use cheese curds. You can use mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you want to feel like. Throw it on, let the gravy melt the cheese through the fries. So, how's it going? Well, it's going good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm having a pretty good day. So, yeah, everything's going good. So, going to be making some nachos shortly. So, Russian Bulldog is really good. Never had that. Might have to look that up and try that out and see what that Russian Bulldog is all about. So, how's it going, Ron? Because I forgot. Well, that's what happens when you get older. But even I forget every once in a while. Welcome to the PG Thursday, everybody. That's right, PG Thursday, everybody. Kent. That's right. All right. I know you people are not used to a PG stream coming out of me, but get used to it, people. This is every Thursday. I'm not old yet. Neither am I. I'm not old yet either. No. You're as old as you feel. As long as you think young, keep yourself active, and eat right, you'll stay young. Just because you have gray hair doesn't mean you're getting any older. There you go. Yeah, I know. Everybody's going, yeah, who are you trying to kid? Look how gray you are. Yeah, I do admit, I do need a dye job, so I still got the salt and pepper on top. Yes, Ken, we know you're old, you 49-year-old person, you. My mistake, Colorado Bulldog. Well, make up your mind, Roy. Jeez. First you tell me you've been to Russia to have a Russian Bulldog. No, it's Colorado or Colorado. Boy, I'm wondering if she's making the ice cream. Possibly. She could be making ice cream. I bet you she can make ice cream. I got that funny feeling. Of course, I've never tried making ice cream myself, but there are ice cream makers you can buy, so. Now, making black licorice ice cream would be the real. There you go. Hello, Christy. How you doing? Ace Black Widow. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Okay.
And I'm back.
Oh, 6. Okay, were you making the ice cream? All right.
No.
Oh,
I had another stop on the way. I was drinking too much, soup.
Yes.
And then I had to take the picture, and now I got to send it to you.
Oh, yeah, that's right, too. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah.
And hi, Dave Lopez. And yeah, everybody that's here. Christy. Just, say hi again if I missed you. Because I know I haven't really said hi to everybody, but hello to everybody.
Good to see you, Dave Lopez.
Yeah, how are you feeling? Feeling good? I hope everybody's feeling good.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for my picture. What's going on?
I'm getting to it.
I know. She doesn't want to share. That's what the problem is. You see, she's got this chocolate mint ice cream, and it's like, oh,
It's really good.
yeah. So is my tiger tail.
Mine's better. No, I know. Tiger tail would be better, I think. But for what I have, this is good stuff. All right.
Okay.
I will find. Oh, there you are. Okay. You're gonna get a picture soon.
Okay.
There, it's in the works.
BFB, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, BFB. Oh, jeez, look at that. Oh, wow, really?
You like that, huh?
Oh, man. It's been a
Mm-hmm.
long time since I've had that kind of ice cream.
And there you go. That's what I'm eating.
There you go. Look at that chocolate mint. Here, I'll just blow it up. There we go.
Mmm.
Look at
Mm-mm.
that chocolate. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yummy. And it's
Yes.
in a cup, and it's even a cup even. So as it melts, you stick a straw in, and you can suck it through
Mm-hmm.
the straw. I mean, you've got yourself a chocolate mint drink.
Mmm.
There you go.
Yummy.
Let me see. Well, I'll open you up your eyes, Roy. Would you like to borrow my glasses?
It's right there,
Right. I
Roy.
even blew it up. Here, I'll minimize it. Okay, there we go. Look.
Yes. So that's what I am eating. It's very good.
Ah.
Yeah. Anybody else that wants some? I do share.
Yeah, but the problem is you're going to have to mail it. By the time it gets here, it's all melted.
That's true.
You know, that's the only
Yeah.
problem with sharing ice cream.
Yeah. Container Man. I figured that when you typed that, it probably wasn't quite up yet or something. So I'm glad you
Yep,
saw
I
it.
see
That's good.
now. Yep. Yeah, I even did the up, down, up, down. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you see it, now you don't. Enlarge, no large. There you go. My blood is done. They told me how long I have to live. The next doctor visit, Lamo. Oh, okay. Apparently, Ken's got an expiration date stamped on the bottom of his foot. I keep looking for mine, but I can't find one.
I don't have one that I can see. No,
Hmm.
it's a mystery.
I know it is a mystery.
And I think it's better that way, though. Would you really want to know?
Um, no.
No, I don't think so.
You know what?
Basically, just live the fullest each day you're here, and that's all you can do.
Um, it may be a sad note, but I'm gonna tell it anyways.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
when my dad started having problems, he didn't understand what was going on. Now back then, mind you, they did not have any screening for colon cancer. Period.
Mhm.
Back then. Um, when they told him that yes, you have colon cancer and stuff, it pretty much devastated him. They gave him 6 years
Okay.
left to live because he worried so much because I was still living at home and because my parents had me when my mom was in her 40s. I'm still like a teenager. Just turned 19 when he got diagnosed. So um, I watched that man worry himself right into the grave.
Oh wow.
He was gone within a year and a half after he was diagnosed
Oh, a year and a half.
because
Wow.
he was so worried about his wife, which is my mother, how is she going to survive, and was worried about me and everybody else. He just basically worried himself right into the grave.
Right, and you said that they had given them, what was it, their estimate? About 6 years? Is that what you said?
About 6, yeah, about 6 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched this man deteriorate rapidly.
I do know stress is not a good thing.
Nope.
It can make you go have a lot of health issues, and as your example there, prematurely, you can
Hmm.
leave this world sooner if you worry. Because worry's not going to do anything, you know?
Exactly. And after that episode happened, after the funeral, a couple of years later, I thought to myself, I am not going to be like this. I am not going to sit here and worry about when I'm going to die. I'm just going to live my life from one day to the next, and I've been doing it ever since.
Mm-hmm.
I don't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow's not here yet.
Well, yeah.
I don't worry about the future because the future's not here yet. I'm not worried about, well, what's it going to be like down the road? What's the world? No, I'm not going to, because the more you worry about it, the more you're going to shorten up your life. Go to bed, wake up. Hey, I'm still here. Be thankful you're still here. And
Very
just go on
true.
and try not to, the less stress you put into your life, uh, the longer you're going to live.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, take care of yourself and be proactive of
Yeah.
some things, but to
Everybody's got
stress and
money
worry,
problems. Everybody's
yes.
got problems in life, but try not to let the problems dictate and overtake you.
Yes, because stress and worry will just, well, it'll eat you alive, right? Kind of thing. And it doesn't help anything. Even if it's a bad thing
Just
that's going to happen, it's not going to help you.
exactly. Just relax and think about, okay, well, I need to do this, and then take care of it. And then once you take care of it, that's gone. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's gone and over with. Done. You know. But the more you worry about what the future is going to hold, oh, gee, what's it going to be like, when I have kids? But stop worrying about it. It's not here yet.
Or I know this for a fact because
Yeah.
I used to do this when I was younger, would
Hmm.
be to looking forward to the next thing in life. You have to be
Yeah.
content to where you're at right now. Otherwise, your life
Exactly.
will be all done and you never got to live it, really.
I know it's easier said than done, but I've done it. I don't worry about it. I've okay. If, I'm going to work for 3 months. I'm on medical leave, collecting unemployment insurance. Ain't does help pay the bills, but it's not paying it all.
Yeah. And I know that can be
Okay.
stressful, but you need to try to, right? You need to try to
But
just
we
relax
do.
that stress.
I do what I can. And if you need be, if you need money, then sell your house. Well, I ain't selling my house, but no, but then you're going to sink yourself in debt more and more and more, and then you're going to worry about how you're going to pay your debt off, and then that's what's going to end up killing you.
Yeah. And just real quick, I want to say hi to,
So,
is it Poo-Tang? Is that how you say the name? I want to
oh yeah,
say
yep, yep.
hi. And I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Hmm.
I just noticed your question in the chat. Figured I
Hmm.
better say something before I forgot.
Yep. Well, you forget, Roy. I drive truck too, and actually, when I drive truck, Roy, I'm actually more relaxed when I'm behind the wheel driving a truck because I like to drive.
Well, there you go. See, I don't like to drive, so that would be
Yeah,
stressful for me.
yeah. And yes, sometimes there are stressful situations that you see yourself in, but then you sit back and why am I getting stressed out over somebody? What you know gave me the number one sign? I just wave at him now and smile and go, "How you doing? I'm, it's nice to know I'm your number one fan." you know, or you
Yeah.
have somebody that pulls in front of your truck that wants to do it and tries to brake check you, and it's just like, yeah, buddy, you know what? You're just playing with a gun here, because sooner or later you're gonna get shot.
Yeah,
What?
Poo-Tang. I was thinking the same thing. Ken, how many wives do you have since that's your favorite wife? But, anyways, Passion's Journey said because of stress, right? That they ended
Hmm.
up with shingles a few months ago, and the doctor was shocked, saying that they were too young, but the stress they were under played a big part of that. And I can
Yeah,
understand that. I can go for
yeah.
a lot of different illnesses and autoimmune and whatever things.
Hmm. Yeah, and then there, of course, those people who like to cause a lot of stress. So those are the kind of people you just kind of want to purge from your life.
Hmm.
So
it can be hard, but you need to.
yep. So I take as I progress in life, things come at me. I take it one day at a time and deal with it the best I can, but I don't let it rule me or let it worry me to the point where I'm gonna, you know, drop dead.
Right. I mean, we all
If
are human. We're going to have times of, well, in my, I guess, personally thinking, we are going to have times where we are going to stress, we are going to worry, but we have to remember, not to do that and just relax, breathe, and try to get out of that. Because, like you say, if you do that too much,
yeah,
it'll hurt you.
yeah, when we were trying to figure out what was causing my strokes, because I would like to know too. I didn't worry about it. Okay, something's up, something's not right, something's out of whack. What's causing my stroke? And then we find out what's causing the strokes. We have a leaky heart valve. Oh, all right. And then they get me to do all kinds of stress tests and everything to see if the valve is leaking anymore, but it still stayed the same. It didn't, because my heart rate increased. It
Yeah.
didn't increase the leakage. And then as I was cooling down and resting, of course, the ultrasound and everything's going. They're like, they notice all of a sudden, I started getting lightheaded again. And then they
Right.
noticed that the heart valve, next thing you know, the blood was going, and then all of a sudden there was a sudden backwash, they called it.
Okay.
And the backwash is what really messes you up here. So, because you go dizzy and you just kind of everything, the world just starts to turn upside down on you.
Yes.
So then that's when they figured out, okay, this is what's causing what we call the little, mini strokes, because you're having too much backwash every once in a while, and it's
Hmm.
really makes you dizzy. Um, you don't know which way is up or which way is down. You know, you lose your balance.
Yes, that's no
So
fun at all.
when they said, well, so when they told me that, I said, oh, okay, so what can we do to, first we started with the aspirin per day to thin the blood out, to stop it, to try and minimize it from doing it all the time. That worked for a little bit until I got to the point where now I was doing it again. Had my second mini stroke while I was driving. By the way, when I was having my two, what we call little mini strokes, I was behind the wheel of my tractor trailer. I was driving my truck, and all this was going down.
Hmm.
And I did everything I could to get that truck pulled over without taking somebody else out.
Yeah, that's scary.
And I recognized the second time around, I recognized the signs, what was happening. And so I thought, yeah, I pulled that over and called for help right away. Even the police officer commended me. He says, you seem to know. I said, yeah. Well, he says, you did good. And I said, great. So when they said we can repair it, I was like, great. When's this going to happen? Let's get it repaired. And then, of course, get it all signed and everything, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm on the waiting list. I'm on the waiting list. I've been waiting for 3.5 years for this. Still waiting. And then when they, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead with it, and it gets to the point where, nope, going to cancel it. It's like, really?
Yeah, because what was it? Wasn't it like three times basically? The third time you finally got it done this time
Yeah,
around when
yeah.
they finally did it. Yeah.
Because my heart surgeon, he says, well, you're young enough to have this repaired, and you're strong enough to have it done, and this will benefit you, but you need to have it fixed by the time you're 65.
Oh, okay. And by the
And
way,
I'm looking at the time, and
fishing
I'm
with
looking at
Christina is in the house, just so you know.
who?
Fishing with Christina. I thought I should mention that. I don't know how long
Oh,
she's
hello,
hanging
fishing
around
with Christina.
because she's still in the hospital, not feeling good.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Good to see you. I hope things are going good for you, Christina. Please get well again. And but anyways, I'm looking
mhm.
at you know waiting 3.5 years. And I'm looking at how old I'm getting older. Time's starting to run out for me.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm thinking, and then hooray, we get it done. Perfect.
Well, there you go. Awesome.
So yeah. So eat right and stuff. I eat more vegetables now than I ever did. So yeah, lots of salads.
That's a good thing.
Steak, raw protein. I try to have fish in my diet at least two to three times a week. So fish is good for you. If you don't want to eat it all the time, maybe 2 or 3 times a week should be sufficient to get the proteins that you need out of the fish. And I usually have salmon and trout, or
salmon's really good.
Yeah. And of course, my seafood that I love, my shrimp and lobster tail and crab legs is really nice too. So I do eat the shrimp. I will eat raw shrimp.
Okay.
I like my breaded cooked shrimp, and then raw shrimp. You dip it in a little sauce, and really good. As for eating the other raw fish, I tried that. Yeah, sushi.
I like
I just went.
sushi.
Yeah, I just spit it out. I just went. No, not for me. Sorry.
Well, I liked sushi. I tasted it once a long while ago. I remember it tasting good, but my stomach didn't like it, so I haven't had it since.
Yeah, I think for me it's the taste and it's the texture. I don't like the texture of
And
it. To me, I thought I was eating rubber.
well, by the way, Punk Steve has an announcement, and I think we need to keep him in our thoughts and prayers. He said, "Are you ready for my announcement? I respect people here." So he feels comfortable. I feel somewhat comfortable to say, please do not comment about this on my channel about this because my family watches my videos, but he has cancer. So he apparently felt comfortable enough to tell us here, but don't, nobody please talk about that on his channel because he doesn't want his actual family to know at this point, apparently. So there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Steve, but all the best for you, bud, and do what you can to fight it. Find out exactly find out what foods you can do to eat to help maybe combat it. There are certain foods that will fight certain cancers.
Yeah, there are, and there's certain things you shouldn't have too.
Exactly. So you would have to find those foods, and then boom, and then change your lifestyle a little bit, but don't worry about it, because the more you worry about it, the sooner you will be in the grave.
Yeah, don't worry about it, and just that's the attitude. He said that he can deal with it. He's saying so. That's good, Punk Steve. That's a good attitude to have.
You have a good attitude, and it'd be amazing what the human mind, if you put your mind to it, okay? The human brain can heal your body.
It can happen.
Yes.
Yep.
You just have to get into that thinking, that frame of mind. I'm not ready to go yet. I'm going to put up a real big fight, and then you start looking for foods that'll help you maintain that fight.
So. Yes, I mean, he'd have to do his own research and stuff, but from what I gather, things like sugar, let's say, sugar is supposed to be something that cancer actually thrives on. So you might just want to be careful of things like that.
Yeah, you see, I used to have a lot of sugar in my diet. Over the years, see, when I turned 25, I started lessening my sugar. I used to have sugar in my coffee. I don't have sugar in my coffee anymore. I used to put sugar on my cereal. I don't put sugar in my cereal anymore. Now, the only sugar I eat is either ice cream or pie, whatever. Yeah, but I have very little sugar in my diet anymore. So, yeah, for some reason, certain cancers love to feed on sugar.
Yeah, and maybe not all of them, but I've just heard that before.
No.
So.
Yeah. So. I just eat healthy, I eat lots of carrots and vegetables and stuff. And of course, you need your meat for protein every once in a while. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, that may not, all the way help, but it's going to give your body a really good chance, because if your body is healthy and has all of the pieces it needs, it can definitely fight things, So
yeah, exactly.
it's a good thing.
when you cook your vegetables, I do recommend that you steam your vegetables. Don't boil them in water because all you're doing is boiling all the nutrients right out of it.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Steam your vegetables, but steam them to the point where they're soft but yet still crunchy. That's when they're done. You don't want to go any farther than that because then all of a sudden you're going to do what you do with the boiling water. You're just going to steam all the goodness out of it.
Yeah, I have
You
heard
want
that.
your yeah, you do want your vegetables a little bit crunchy. You
Now,
don't want them soft and soggy.
of course, if you like them soft and soggy, and that's the only way you have them, that's better than just eating a Snickers bar. So you
Well,
have to pick your things. But yeah, steamed is better. I
yeah,
have heard that. Hmm.
yeah, steamed is a lot better. I've always steamed my vegetables to the point of where they're soft on the outside, but as you bite through it, you still feel the crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Those are considered done. In the restaurant world, those are done. Even a good chef will tell you, no, you don't steam until the point of mush mush. You're not getting any nutrients then. You just basically destroyed your vegetable. All you're eating is nothing.
Yeah, kind of sounds like when people cook their meat to almost burnt, right? Very well done. It's not as tender and flavorful
Right,
usually if you do it too much.
right. Even stir fry, even a Chinese restaurant. You go to any Chinese restaurant who does stir fry. When they stir fry the vegetables, are they soggy? No, they're still
No,
crunchy.
there's a little crunch to it. You don't want soggy stir
Yes.
fry. Hi, Moose
So,
Gal. Hi, Shan
yep.
Dog, and Old Crony's Garage. See you later.
All right, Old Coney's Garage. Thank you for coming out, and we'll catch you later. Shandog, good to see you. Moose Gal, I like stir fried veggies. Yes, stir fried veggies are good, but like I said, even in a Chinese restaurant, they don't cook them well done either.
Mm-mm.
So, as I tell you, Chinese people live a long time. Why? Ah, because they know what to do.
Hmm. Yes, they do eat some good foods. They have good food.
Yes, they do. Yes. Why do you think they live so long? May not be very tall, but they live longer than we do.
Mm. Yeah, I have heard this. I know this.
Hmm. So, anyways,
Mm.
yeah. The only problem is I have a real big problem with people who like to cook it in their microwave with steam bags. You're cooking the vegetable from the inside out. Microwaves cook from the inside out.
And there could be a little
That's why they're
plastic in
called.
your food too.
Yeah, that's why they're called microwaves. That cooks from the inside out.
But I mean, everybody has their own thing if that's your thing. But I myself, I've
Yeah.
never owned or had a microwave in my whole entire life up to this point. And
I have a microwave, and the only way I use it is to rehoot food, reheat some food.
Rehoot. Are you part owl? I didn't know you had a little owl in you.
Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Reheat my food up very
Rehoot.
quickly.
I'm gonna remember
It's
that.
just
That's
a
funny.
reheat, boom, boom, done. And no, I will not cook in a microwave. I refuse to cook in a microwave. I will not cook vegetables in a microwave because I already know what a microwave can do to vegetables. It basically destroys it.
Right, but again, that is a personal decision.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I get the old fashioned water in the bottom of the pot, and then next the boiler goes on top, and put the vegetables in. It's got holes, it seeps, steam comes up, boom, steam them, serve them, good enough.
hmm.
So,
Yep, very true.
yeah.
We're talking about all this healthy and long living food stuff, and here I'm still eating this ice cream.
Yeah, but you're not eating that stuff every day for the rest of your life, are you?
Mm-mm.
How often do
No.
you eat ice cream? Certain ice creams every once in a while when you feel like having ice cream. I don't eat ice cream every day either. But I feel like an ice cream, so I go and grab
Yeah.
myself some ice cream.
Yeah, I usually
And it
don't have
may
ice
be,
cream in the house.
yeah, it may be 2 or 3 weeks before I decide I'm going to have another bowl of ice cream. I'm not going to sit there and eat the whole damn carton of ice cream going nom nom nom
Well,
nom
no.
nom.
Of course not.
You know, like
Yeah, I know it's every once in a while. Kind of comes and goes in streaks, I suppose. This is the first I've had mint chocolate chip ice cream in the house in a long time, or any ice cream for that matter.
yeah,
So
like Tiger Tail, like Tiger Tail. I don't go and buy that, or it doesn't come in the house every time. Somebody goes grocery shopping.
mm-mm.
Well, every once in a while, it comes in. Okay, it's great. It's for a treat, and it comes in a very small tub. So it's like, and I'm not going to sit there and eat it all up. I'm just going to take a couple of scoops out and go, very nice,
Exactly.
and savor it because I'm not going to eat it up in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't be healthy.
Hey, look at that. Moose Gal likes water chestnuts too. We were just talking about that the other day. I love
Water
water
chestnuts,
chestnuts. Yeah.
yep, they are very, very good for you. Water chestnuts are. Um, so is ginseng. Is it
Yes,
ginseng?
it
Is
is.
that Mike? It's very good for you. It's very good. It's good for a part of your anatomy too. So
Yes, and turmeric. If you can
yep.
tolerate the taste of turmeric, that's very good. I think it's like even for your brain or something. An anti. Well, we're talking about cancers. It's supposed to be kind of anti-cancer, supposedly, or at least it benefits you, anyways, in some way.
Mhm. No, so is fish. Fish is brain food basically. You know, get you different types of fish, but fish is fish. So, but you just can't. Have to be careful because you can't eat too much fish because of the mercury content that's in all fish.
Mm-hmm.
So 2, 3 times a week should be fishing enough to get what you need from your fish.
Right.
Yeah. So I try to eat fish, at least 2 to 3 times a week. I don't think I could eat fish every day.
No, I know I couldn't do it every day. I think I'd get a little bit. I mean, I love what fish I do have, but
Yeah.
I think I'd get a little sick of it. Maybe yeah, if it was every single day.
Like I like halibut and cod and salmon, of course. Salmon steaks, and salmon fillets, and other types of fish too. So
Shark tastes like chicken. Hmm. Which kind of shark? I'm just kidding. Which kind of shark? I'm being funny now. You know what kind of shark I'm talking about.
uh, I really can't picture that as being a shark. That's just some stupid walrus thing flopping around, thinking
I
it's
know, but I
likes to
mean,
throw its. It's so stupid it likes to throw its weight around and doesn't realize how stupid it looks until it looks at himself in the mirror. But then again, he has to have a mirror to look in, so it's no wonder he doesn't go to the bathroom all that much.
there you go.
Just saying.
Hmm.
Like they say in the wild, walruses are really stupid creatures.
Yeah, if I recall, they like to kind of sit around a lot, don't they?
They sit around in the male walrus, which were called bulls, just like the boss females around. Okay, so you're a very pussy whipped walrus who likes to pick on females.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
Yep. And when a real one comes along, looks at that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you in a minute if you keep doing this.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Anyways, moving right along.
And Gaffa. And that's
right.
why he's
And
called the walrus.
this is why I'm called the Great White Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Well, we learn something new every day.
All right, moving right along.
Yeah. Next.
Next question.
Next question. Oh, Container Man says that rattlesnake tastes like chicken. Well, I've heard that alligator tastes like chicken too. And apparently, people just say everything tastes like chicken. I don't know.
I don't know. Some people say frog legs taste like chicken. I don't know. I've never had frog legs.
Maybe it doesn't taste just like chicken, but if they can't figure out the taste, they must just say, it tastes like chicken.
I have had rattlesnake, and no, it does not taste like chicken. It's
Is it gamey?
Let's just say it's different tasting.
Or actually, the meat itself, is it? Yeah, I suppose would it be more spongy, or is it actually like meat, like red meat? Frog legs I tried did not taste like chicken. Okay, Passion's Journey. If he was a shark, he's too stupid to realize that he needs to keep swimming so he doesn't drown. Very true.
All right.
That was funny.
Okay, well, I'm going upstairs, and I'll be right back.
Okay. You do that.
In the meantime.
It is now the fishy show for a little bit.
Now, Gaffa, if you can you can come up on panel if you want. But you have to
as long as you mind your P's and Q's, right? And then you can be up here. That'd be kind of cool to have your brother up here.
There you go. So, but anyways, I'll be back.
Okay. Oh, there you go, Gaffa. When they're sober. So all this food talk. Has anybody had any good food today? I know I talked about it on my stream too. I've never had frog legs myself, Passion's Journey. But I would take your word for it that it wouldn't taste like chicken because a frog is not a chicken. So that would make sense. But Container Man says they taste like chicken for you, huh? Yes, my frog legs tasted like chicken, but you can taste the pond water. So it's like pond water tinged chicken taste? I don't know. Oh, Container Man had a pork burrito. Well, myself, I had mozzarella cheese slices with a little bit of barbecue sauce on it in soft tortilla shells. So basically a cheese wrap a little while earlier, along with some tea. And now I'm eating this mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is really delicious. Along with, I got some juice here now too. Just wanted to have a couple nice things to have while we're doing these streams, I guess. So Gaffa, let's see. What did you have? What will you have? Gaffa, if I'm thinking correctly, I did have an egg earlier. And yes, I will have more of something before the day is done. Actually, no. Was that today or yesterday? Anyways, I know I had a couple of eggs and a couple pieces of turkey bacon and some cheese and sour cream and such. I think that was earlier today. Pepper Jack Tornado. I see. Passion's Journey. What did you have, or what will you have? Same with you, Gaffa. Or Gaffa, if you're able to, come on up here and talk to me. Or Moose Gal, you said that I know you're focused on your diet more, and that's awesome. What did you have? Avocado. Well, I don't have any avocados in the house at the moment, so that's why I didn't mention avocado. But that is on the list to get. I would like to, when I go grocery shopping again, I would like to get some mushrooms, some avocados. Those are some I can think of at the top of my brain at the moment that I would like to add to my selection, because I do love both of those. Okay, Gaffa. I understand that. I hope that phone call goes well. And I'm really happy that you're here in the stream. I'm happy that everybody is here in the stream. According to what I'm seeing, it says there's 11 people in the house, and that's awesome. If you're still here, if you don't mind saying hi, that you're still here, then I know who's all here. That'd be cool. I mean, I know that Gaffa's here, Container Man, Passion's Journey. I'm assuming that Moose Gal and Punk Steve are still here. Maybe Shandog is still here. Who's all in the house? Squid and snails? Well, that sounds a little slimy. Maybe, hopefully they have really good taste to combat that part. Oh, that sounds good, Gaffa. Now that Gaffa's talked about avocado, now I'm craving avocado. Darn it, I really want that now. Because that is good stuff. Who here likes avocado? Anybody else in the house here? Anybody else like avocado? And if you do, how do you like it? Because I've had it where I just slice it up, maybe put a little salt on it, or I'll mash it up and maybe put a little lemon juice in it for more like a guacamole style. Maybe add a little bit of salsa to it if I have any. Ugh, cooked oysters, huh? Yeah, I was wondering about the texture. This doesn't sound like those would have good texture. You've had, Containerman, you've had snails? Ugh. Yeah, I wouldn't want snails much.
Hello. I'm back.
You're back? Well, they're talking about eating snails now.
So. Oh, escargot. Okay, yeah. I used to make that in restaurants all the time. Escargot with garlic butter. Really good, too.
Okay.
It's really good. Basically, you're not supposed to chew it. You just put it in your mouth and swallow it.
Okay.
And it slithers down your throat.
That sounds nasty.
Well, it's good with garlic butter and stuff. So.
Oh, Passion's Journey has pet snails. So, yeah, you don't want to eat them then.
Yeah, depending what kind of snails. Yeah, you don't want to eat them kind of snails.
No. No, I like to try new things there, Punk Steve, but there's a limit. Some things, it's like, that's okay. You can have all you want. I will skip.
Yeah, I don't like oysters either. I tried oysters before, and it's like, yeah, not for me. The only seafood I like I said, I like is either crab legs, lobster tails, and shrimp. So.
Fish eggs.
I don't like fish eggs either.
I don't think I haven't had that, but
which is called caviar.
Yeah, caviar. There we go. They're very. Are they strong or something in flavor, or no?
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah. Ugh. Why did that was like a? Isn't that like a? What do you call that? A delicacy? It wasn't that a delicacy or something at one point anyway. They have a little bit of caviar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yuck. Why?
Well, just like eating a Neil, it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, no.
Oh, that's a delicacy too. Mm.
Yeah, it's a delicacy. Um, in in the Great Lakes, they have what we call the American eel,
Oh.
and it's a funny looking thing. It's got a mouthful of teeth for one, and it looks like a snake,
Right.
but it's not a snake. It's called an American. It's a freshwater eel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You do
but
know
it's
you
not.
have your camera off, right?
Yes, I know.
Okay. Right. Just thought I should say because sometimes we forget. So, or well, I don't forget because I just don't put it on for public. But
And I
Gaffer.
hate catching them things because I hate trying to get the hook out of it because the thing growls at you and tries to bite you.
Oh, really? They have a temperament, do they?
Well, yeah, they will bite you.
Well, they probably don't want you to eat them, so that's why.
Well, I don't want to eat them
You don't want to eat them.
because it's like trying to skin a catfish. Same
Which is
type of skin.
difficult.
Yes, and I don't like catfish either.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't even like catching a cat. It's like pulling in an anchor. All you're doing is pulling in dead weight.
Mm. Well, catfish.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to think. Are catfish, is that the kind of fish that are bottom feeders?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why they're
Pretty
probably
much.
dead weight because they've been like cleaning up a bunch of stuff.
So, and so is carp and suckers. They're bottom feeders too.
Yeah. Yep. I knew carp were. Mm-hmm.
And yes, and apparently people do eat them things, and which is so high in mercury content, I wouldn't even want to eat.
Well, just think they're cleaning up, so if there's mercury or anything, yeah. Ugh.
No, let's see. Let me list all the fish that I'll eat. I'll eat I'll eat pike, muskie, all different species of trout, salmon, freshwater salmon, saltwater salmon, bass, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, pumpkin seed, crappie, perch, yellow perch, white perch.
All right.
So, rock bass, I just like to play with those fish. I use them as play fish. Yeah, they are part of the bass family, but it's not something you want to eat.
Looks like Container Man's tried a lot of things. Container Man said crab legs, lobster, shark, squid, octopus, caviar, frog legs, rattlesnake, if I can speak, rabbit, deer, quail, pheasants, oysters, swordfish, catfish. I've tried all that, he says. And
well,
salmon.
I've tried sunfish, which is part of the bass family, and pumpkin seed, and you different sized crappies. They're all part of the bass family. Anything that's part of the bass family, you can eat, except for rock bass. I wouldn't no. Too bony for one.
Okay.
They're fun to catch because they do put up a really nice fight. They're just more like a play fish, catch and release.
Passion Journey's son likes octopus.
I've never tried that.
No, I haven't tried any of these really different things myself.
Yeah, so there are a lot of people that'll eat crayfish, which is we call them crayfish, but they look like a little lobster.
Yeah, it's like a tiny version of it, isn't it? In a sense.
Yeah, they're about about this long, all right, and about yay big wide. But you have to catch a lot of them in order to have a decent meal out of them.
Yeah, because they're tiny, aren't they? I mean, they're not that big, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. When you catch a lobster, the only thing you eat is the tail because the rest of the body's poison.
Crawdads, Candy's saying. And hi, Candy. Nice to see you.
Yeah, crayfish, crawdads, same thing. We call them crayfish. Some people call them crawdads. K&D, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see K&D. Hope you're doing well today.
Well, and like I said, people got all kinds of names for all different things.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it depends on where you live. Like, even, I'm sure it's the same like in Canada. If you're in different parts of Canada, it may have a different term, maybe. I know here in the States, anyways, what we call things up here more up north would probably be called something different down south.
Exactly.
Anything from like a shopping cart to what a hat would be called. I know there's different sayings for things.
Right.
So, and how you say things too, how you pronounce words can be different too in different areas.
Mm-hmm. And the spelling could be a little bit different too.
K&D is doing peachy. Have you been around Nora today? You're doing peachy, huh?
Does Nora know you're being peachy with him?
I don't think so.
I like peaches too, but not like that.
No, I think Nora's working today.
You know what I like? My mom used to make homemade peach jam.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, that was really good. And she used to make her own marmalade jam too, so.
I did tell you that we made cherry jam, right? I made cherry jam this year. Yeah, fresh cherries, and you pit them, and yeah, made like cherry 6 pints of the stuff. Very good. And William. Oh, go ahead.
Hello, William. How you doing?
Yeah. New Ferris William's River. In the house.
Uh-huh.
But what does it remind you of? What does the cherry jam remind you of?
Cherry cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Yes, I can make cheesecake. It's good stuff.
Actually, cherry cheesecake is my favorite, especially when it's sitting on a graham crust.
Now, when you say cherry cheesecake, are you talking that it's just a basic cheesecake and you have the cherries over top? Or are you talking the cherries are within?
No. You've got your cheesecake and then you got the cherries as the topping only.
Okay. That's usually traditionally how I would have it. That's how we had it growing up. If I were to make cheesecake, that's how I normally would serve it, would be with cherries with the sauce on top. And then, the graham cracker crust if I have graham crackers in the house and if everybody wants it. Because I've had it both ways. I've had it where I've just made it with just the cheesecake itself and no crust, but still have the cherry topping. You can do whichever way.
Yep, and the other thing my mom used to make would take raspberries and strawberries and make strawberry jam.
Yummy. Yeah, homemade jams and preserves and whatever.
Mix the two together and boom, there we go.
Yeah.
That was really good. It was like, because I used to eat that up like crazy when I was a kid, peanut butter and raspberry and strawberry.
Yummy.
Peanut butter on it.
Oh, also made applesauce this year, by the way. Canned up some applesauce. So, yeah, it's all good stuff. Yeah, homemade stuff. Like I say, my mom taught me how to do things from scratch, homemade. So be it baking, cooking, canning, drawing, different ways of preserving, I'll say. Pickling, whatever. It's different ways.
Yeah, that and homemade pumpkin pie. Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my mom used to bring home two pumpkins. One I get to carve, the other one she uses to bake with.
Or can you do both? Because if you're carving, you're going to be taking all the guts out anyways. You should be able to use that for a pie too.
Well, the only thing I'm taking out is the seeds, which I kept all the seeds and washed them and.
Oh, I see. You kept a lot of the flesh then.
Yeah, and we kept pumpkin seeds because we would dry them out and then stick them in the oven and bake them and add a little salt to them.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, baked pumpkin seeds are
Uh-huh.
very yummy.
Yeah.
And you eat the whole thing. You eat the shell and all, everything. You just boom.
Have you ever had well, what you would call pumpkin pie, but actually using squash instead? So it's technically a squash pie, but they still call it pumpkin pie, just using squash because not everybody grows pumpkins. So sometimes in place of pumpkin, like we did that a lot growing up, we would use squash
Mhm.
instead. And actually, squash tends to be sweeter than pumpkin. So it was even in my opinion, even a better kind of pie with squash. So there you
Yeah,
go. There's
well,
something new.
um, I've tried squash. And I'm like, oh, I want
Well, you're talking just eating squash, but have you had squash
me.
pie?
No, because if it says squash on it, I ain't gonna eat it.
Well, just tell.
Sorry.
Okay, I will say this: I do
And you
not like
can't.
squash. I don't like squash, but I like
Mhm.
squash pie.
Yeah. And you can't fool me saying, "Well, it's pumpkin pie." No, I can tell. You can just by the, that squash pie. It's not. Yeah, you're trying to fool me with the pumpkin pie. No, sorry, that don't work for me.
No, container man. I'm not going to ask, but Ron can ask if he wants.
What's that?
He's. It might be a dangerous question. I don't know that.
Rocky Mountain oysters, anyone?
I'm pretty sure I know what those are, but I'm not going to guess.
Yeah, well, never mind, Roy.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that's never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Roy, just be careful. Um, I'm gonna be behind you in my truck one day when you least expect it.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember that.
He gave the answer anyways, and yeah, I have heard that
Yes, we know.
before.
Yes, yes. Just remember, Roy, I'm going back over the road trucking again, and before you know it, next thing you know, you'll be, all right, who's that honking behind me? And you look in your mirror and you see a truck that's got Canadian flags on it, you're gonna go, shit, there's Toyman.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't sound very appetizing, container man.
So,
You can have them all.
mhm.
And hi, Donna. Good to see you again.
But then again, once I do go back over the road, um, also, there is a kind of a loophole that I can fall into and slip right into.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently there are a few American trucking companies that will hire Canadian drivers without a visa.
Well, there you go. See, yeah, I figure, I guess, anybody that looks into things, you can figure things out.
Because that truck goes into Canada and back and forth.
So it's still going back to Canada. It's not like you're just staying in the U.S., correct? Is that why?
Mm, right, but here's the catch.
Hmm.
I would have to fill out an IRS form, apparently,
Oh, because you're in the United States, that way?
and get paid in American dollars. Now, what do you think is going to happen when I take American dollars back to Canada?
Yeah, it's going to increase in value, right?
Ching.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, apparently. So there you go. So you just have to find out which trucking companies do that. So,
All right, I'm back.
anyways, yeah, I'll be trucking across the USA again. There we go.
Well, there you go. Well, I guess if you do some research, you should be able to find one then. Being I know you're eager to get back on the road again, so there you go.
Yeah, as long as I don't see, as long as I don't have to go to California, which I ain't gonna. I'll be like, hell no, you ain't sending me there.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't be doing California. I ain't going to be doing Texas either.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have certain spots you don't really want to go to if you can help it, right?
So I'll go into basically. See, my cutoff would be from Minnesota down to the eastern seaboard,
Oh, okay.
and I don't go to New York City either.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a scary, potentially scary place to go.
So I would run Illinois, Kentucky, um, North and South Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Wisconsin. I like uh, that area. Uh, Iowa. Don't
Yeah.
send me into Kansas City because unfortunately I don't have a dog that's named Toto. So
Oh, look out for the twisters too, right?
that's one of the reasons why I don't want to go to Kansas.
Right. Oh,
I
Donna
don't want to
said
go.
that. LOL, you scared Fishy away. Okay.
No, I didn't scare nobody away. I don't want to go to Oklahoma, Oklahoma. So yeah, well, yeah. I just go where I'm used to running. That's where I'm used to running is Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Minnesota, where I run down into Iowa,
Right. It's
Kentucky.
places you
Let's say
know, I
Kentucky.
suppose. So
Yeah, yeah, places I already know and where to go.
yeah, that
So,
sounds good and more comfortable that way.
well, yeah, because I used to run through and go into Chicago. I used to run into Chicago all the time, do my drop
Uh-huh.
off, and then scoot up to into Wisconsin, pick up my loads, and then scoot back around. And then on my return trip going back into the States, I'd pick up a load of paper, which goes into St. Paul's, Minnesota. And I did that run. So that was one of my favorite runs was going right into this because I like St. Paul's, Minnesota. I got to know it around pretty good. Do my drop off. 15 miles down the road, there's my pickup, and start heading back. Or there'd be other times where I go into Des Moines, Iowa, and then scoot and run right up 35, right into um, St. Paul's, Minnesota.
Yeah. Yep. That's
And
very true.
I go straight up that way. Or if I'm not picking up in Minnesota, then it's Webster City in Iowa, picking up fridges, stoves, stereos, microwaves to bring back to Canada.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So that was my run in that general area. Um, I would do 1 week. I'd take in a load of bricks into Des Moines, Iowa,
Uh-huh.
which is a really freaking heavy load. And then other times it would be beef crystals, is called, which I have to stop off, and the FDA and everybody has to check through the crystal bags and everything else and do all this other because it's classified as agricultural.
Right.
So then I'd be tied up at the border for about 3 to 4 hours before they release me, before I can continue on. Which was a headache. And it's like, all right, this is really fucking my drive time up.
Well, yeah. I can understand that, but gotta do. Ooh, almost fell down. Gotta do what you gotta do. Hi, Gulf Coast. Nice to see you. What are you doing? He's hiding. Okay, Nora.
Ah. Oops.
Oh.
I was doing so good too.
You're doing so good.
Did not drop an F bomb at all until now. Really? So I'm timing myself out.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm sending myself to the corner.
There you go.
Can't believe I did that. My apologies.
Well, you made it for, well, you were on, obviously, at my stream for 2 hours, and we've been over here now for an hour and a half, I think, almost. So you did pretty well.
Okay.
All good. All good. We all have slip-ups.
I know.
No big deal. Show moves on. Woohoo!
There we go. Anyways, next subject. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, what? What did I miss? She says replay.
What did I?
Well, apparently
Okay,
he's
replay.
Uh-oh.
I said, because I really, and I move along.
Is that right? Okay.
Well, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, and I'm bad, and I'm surprised you didn't catch it.
Oh, no banners, right? Oops.
By the way, we didn't have no banners in your stream either, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, I realize that now. That's okay. It's not the end of the world.
All right. We won't. Do we do it, or do we not worry about it?
That one?
There we go. That one. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't that I was trying not to or something. It just, I forgot about it. I was thinking about what we talk about maybe and decided to do the countdown at mine, right? And just kind of forgot about it. Good.
Yep. All right.
What? What? Do you need to go again?
Actually, yeah, I got something cooking on the stove. I'll be right back.
Okay. Now he's cooking something. Multitasking. Welcome back, Christy. Good to see you. Yeah, I thought I'll have to replay too, Donna, because I actually thought he disappeared for a minute because I said I about fell down. I thought that's why he was doing that, but apparently he said a certain word and caught himself. So, oh well. Well, good. Yeah, you never know what adventures will happen when doing a live stream because, well, it is live, right? So all kinds of things can happen, and the show must go on, just how it is. Christy, what kind of foods have you had today? What kind of foods do you like? And like I was talking actually in my stream, and some of you have already heard me probably say this, but in a future video, I plan to try to do a experiment between honeys because they say that some honeys, here in the States anyways, they will mix with other things like corn syrup or fructose or sugars of different sorts to thin it down, basically. And anyways, there's an experiment you can do to see if the honey you're using is actually pure or if it's been contaminated with other sources. So that's something to look forward to. We'll see if it works out, that is. Compare a honey that's probably has something else in it versus a honey that's for sure pure and 100%. Yeah, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And Christy, why are you sad? What's wrong? Tell us. We're here for you. I would suggest that you do eat something because, you want to, if you're able to, eat at least a little something. Or maybe even if you're into smoothies or something, because, you got to keep your strength up too.
Oh, smoothies. I like smoothies.
Well, that's good. I was just telling, apparently Christy's having a bad day or a sad day. And she's not eating. And I told her she should probably eat something or at least have a smoothie or something of some sort to keep her body going. So
a protein smoothie would be good.
Yeah, because I do that on days when I am not able to. If I'm having a bad day and I'm not able to, with my syndrome, and I'm not able to have solid foods as well, I'll have at least a protein drink or something, or try to.
Well, remember when I said I wasn't going to shoot a video on my making nachos tonight?
Yes.
I kind of changed my mind.
Well, I'm glad you changed your mind because we've talked about it. Now people are curious, and yeah.
Okay, so while we were talking, yes, I had something on the stove cooking, and I'd run periodically upstairs, check on, because I cooked the hamburger on very low heat in bacon grease. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And now I've already shut that off. I'm getting ready to do the nachos when we're done here. And I'll shoot a video, and then who knows when I'm going to release it. But it's hamburger, bacon, steak, nachos.
Uh-huh.
Put steak in it. Yeah, so the twist. So
nice.
So yeah, so that's all done. So
nice.
I'll be doing that later. So I got lots of. I got the restaurant styled nacho chips that you buy, and it's going to be good.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yum, 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 yum.
And Gulf Course. Yeah.
Gulf Coast.
Thank you. My brain isn't working. I've been live streaming too long. Gulf Coast, how are you doing today? And what kind of foods do you like? And yes, Christy, I'm sorry to hear that, but I do understand in regards to we miss our loved ones. When they leave this world, it's sad for us they're left behind. I understand that. But I would think that your loved one would like you to eat. So if you can eat something, please try. Just even a little something.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, K&D had grilled cheese for supper. Mmm.
Well, there's nothing wrong with grilled cheese. Gee.
No, that's yummy.
I like making grilled cheese and bacon, where I would cook the bacon and chop it up into bacon bits and then spread it. And then put cheese on top and melt the cheese in with the bacon. So there you go. Grilled cheese and bacon.
Yum.
Which is good.
Yummy.
Also have done grilled cheese, and for those of you who eat pork, I do ham. Grilled cheese and ham.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
Which is good too. So
William. I love all food that don't eat me first. Sounds like a good idea there. And Gulf Coast, I again apologize that I messed up your name. My brain is apparently turning off now. I suppose it's only been, what, 3.5 hours of us streaming now?
3.5 hours, yep. Yeah, we got about 25 more minutes to go, and then...
Yeah, exactly, and it's been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Gulf Coast has the bladder removed, so no fatty foods. In Gulf Coast, actually, I still have my gallbladder, but it has been giving me issues at times, so that could be me one day, but we shall see. Of, having it removed.
Well, see, no fatty foods. Well, if now, yes, we know hamburger has a lot of grease, but it depends on what kind of hamburger you buy too. So, if you get the lean ground beef, very little fat in that, and very little grease, very little. And that's all I buy. I will not buy that cheap stuff. I will buy lean ground beef.
Right. So. And another hint that I've learned is if you're really trying to reduce the fat in your meat, if you're trying to keep it all way lean, I've heard that people even go to the extent of actually not only draining off the grease, if there is any grease in your meat, but they actually even rinse it sometimes a little bit if you're going to the extreme, so that they can still have the hamburger without the too much of the fatty parts of it, I guess. I've never done that myself. I've just heard that some people do that sometimes.
Yep, they do.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, nothing wrong with that, because let's say you just drain it off and rinse it a little, and just if you have to heat it up again a little bit, do that, and then at least you can still enjoy it and maybe not make your body upset or whatever the reason is that you have to rinse it a little too.
There we go.
Okay, so K&D's wife had her gallbladder removed, and she couldn't eat any more hamburger. Oh. Gee, that'd make me sad. I like hamburger. Mm-hmm. Or meat in general. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Donald does that. That's what I do, fishy. I drain the fat off my meat. Yeah, draining it. Yep.
Yeah. I do the same thing too, as well. If I'm making lasagna and making any meat sauce, which is hamburger, I will make sure I drain all the grease off the hamburger. Boom. Put it in the strainer and let it sit while it's still hot, and mix it around and get all of it out. I do the same thing when I make my shepherd's pie, because I use hamburger shepherd's pie and put all kinds of good things in the shepherd's pie when I make it, plus a little bit of gravy too, right in the mixture. So when you're grilling, when you're grilling burgers and stuff, all that stuff is dripping out anyways.
Right.
So, and like I said before, I use nothing but lean ground beef, so very little fat in it. Very little.
I suppose another option, or this is just a thought I have, like K&D was saying that she can, or who was that? Somebody was saying, Gulf Coast, was saying that they'll take a little ribeye steak and just cut the fat off, because I suppose with, with hamburger, they might have, you don't know, if it's pre-ground, you don't know how much fat they have put in it or not put in it, right? For sure.
Well, exactly.
So right. You could, I wonder, you could take a steak or whatever and just grind it yourself, and you'll know what has been ground. Because if you've cut off the fat portion of it, I would think that would be even more lean, and you know how lean it is because you've done it yourself. Just a side thought I just had there after reading that.
Well, I like ribeye steak too, but here's what I do with ribeye steak. I marinate that in Guinness beer for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, all the fat, and I will cut a lot of the fat off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll put then I'll make a nice marinade and spread.
Right.
And start marinating that and let that sit for a few hours before it goes on the grill.
That sounds really good.
And it does, because ribeye steak can be tough, but it will tenderize it.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to tenderize that before you cook it, because ribeye steak can be very tough.
Hurry
So
back, Donna. And yes, Moose Gal, we're still talking about food. We love talking about food
yes,
because
yes we do.
I like to make a lot of homemade foods, and so does Ron. And Ron likes to grill and
Yeah.
this or that. So yeah, and food is a fun topic for most people, I would think. So
And grilling steak for me, I ask people, how would you like your steak? Oh, medium well, medium rare, perfect. Okay. How do you want yours? Well done. Okay. And go out there and grab my running shoe, and I'll throw it on the grill for you.
mm-hmm.
So you want your steak burnt? No, I want it well done. That's called burnt.
That's burnt. And yeah, I see that KND and Container Man are talking about, like, one's talking about that you can have hamburger and some not hamburger after the gallbladder is taken out. And yeah, that'd be true, KND, that everybody is different. And this is true because all our bodies are
Yeah.
different. So
Well,
with your
exactly.
gallbladder in or out, you might be able to get away with things with it in. And when it's out, maybe you still can have hamburger, maybe not.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends on the person.
Well, you figure if we were all made the same and we all thought the same way and everything was the same, we'd be a boring planet.
Very true.
That's what makes the world go around, because everybody's different.
Very true. We're all different. We just have to figure out what things work for us, because what would work for you or somebody in the stream might not work for me. You know, be it food or, I don't know, physical activities or whatever it is. You know.
Right. Exactly. Everybody's different. That's what makes the world go around.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have more of a sense of humor than other people. Some people are just too damn serious. They shouldn't even be on this planet.
Yeah, that's true. We all have different personalities.
That's right. And if you want to be that serious, then please get off this rock. Because we're here
Yeah.
to have fun. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a short time. I'll be damned if you're going to take my fun away from me.
Very true.
Because I
Because
like to have fun.
yeah. Well, the thing is,
You know?
there's a time. There's times that like I like to think of it this way. There's times to be serious about things, right? Yeah, there's life things you
Yes.
got to be serious about, but why not enjoy life when you're able to? Definitely. It doesn't have to always be
Right.
serious all the time. You could have
Oh,
some fun times, right?
exactly. But then you have those people who, I don't want to have fun. I'm just here to be serious. Then get away from me. I don't want to be around you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't be serious all
And
the time or negative. I don't like being around negative people all the time. Like they're always
yeah, me
negative.
neither. Yeah, no, I just kind of want to get lost. Go away.
Hi,
You're too
Joe's
negative.
Candles.
Joe's Candle, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everything's well with you.
Moose Gal had put in any healthy recipes. So I think she's asking us or anybody in the chat, if we have any ideas. She's trying to eat better, right? Kind of like a lot of us are
Mhm.
trying to do.
Mhm.
And yeah, any ideas? Any good healthy recipes? Any ideas therefore?
Well, if you really want to eat healthy, I do recommend stay away from nuking your vegetables. Steam your vegetables the proper way. Um, Eat lots of salads and stuff. Okay. And then basically buy a lot of lean meat, which very little fat. And if you see fat on your meat when you still buy it, even when you do buy lean meat, slice some of the fat off.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't matter what meat you're going to buy, you're still going to have a little bit of grease, but a little bit of fatty grease to it. But you can minimize that by doing
Yeah, because a little bit is good for you, but you just don't want to have
yeah,
a whole lot of it.
right. You know, um, just cook accordingly. If you like barbecuing, then try and grill it, put it on the barbecue or on a grill, and that way the grease, everything all drips down. Boom, because they say foods that are grilled. That if you grill your food, it's better for you than frying it. Stay away from fried foods. Try not to fry your food too much.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So there are
Are
pans
you
that you can dry.
serious?
That really creeps me out every time you come up here with that thing on.
Are you serious? Are you seriously telling her all this bullshit?
What
Hi,
bullshit?
Joseph.
They've found out over the last 2 or 3 years that frying your food done properly does not bother your diet or your meat in any way whatsoever. Deep frying done properly does not cause you any issues towards your health or your heart condition. They've also
Depends.
found out that the more
Also
fiber
depends
and
what kind
more,
of oil you're using.
yeah, as I said, done properly.
Yeah.
It say that you were done properly. They also found out that the more fiber and the more carbohydrates you put into your body, the older you get, the worse it is for you. So at
Well,
the moment,
I'm
my
not wrong.
recommended,
Pretty good.
yeah, and I've seen all the things you barbecue, Ron. There's a hell of a lot of fat and a hell of a lot of oils and a hell of a lot of stuff in there. So you're eating enough proteins and enough fats in your diets that you're doing the right thing. The
There you
problem
go. See?
is, fish is not eating enough fats and enough protein in her diet, and her body's not handling it very well.
Look what Joseph Girl said there, Ron.
I don't think so, Joseph.
And hi, Gaffa.
Oh boy,
Hi, sis.
I get it.
All I want fish to do in her diet is her diet's really good. It's as healthy as you could
I
possibly
know.
get. I want more protein in her diet.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
and I don't care if she has to fry a few things and if she has to deep fry a few things to make that protein a little bit more enjoyable for her. It's okay, but don't use crap fats. And I mean, animal fats. Cook as many things as animal fats as you like because that stuff's good for you. But don't get the processed oils and all those shit that really have some really
Nope.
bad stuff in it.
And I trim a lot of the fat off my meat anyway, so I
No, no,
figured what.
leave the fat on your meat. That's good fat. That's they say that's, but it's actually fat your body's designed to process. It's meant to be processed by the body. It's these modified oils and processed oils like peanut oils and canola oils. I mean, your body's not meant to be having those. Your body's not meant to take this. It's like drinking juice. You're not
Oh yeah,
meant to
those
drink
oils
juice,
I won't
folks.
use.
You're meant to eat fruit. You're meant to have the fiber and the chewing and the swallowing and everything all at the same time. You're not meant to drink juice straight. It's bad for you. You ever see a juice tree? See a tree with bottles of juice on it. I'd like to see a tree with bottles. Show me a tree with bottles of juice.
Bottles of
Hello,
juice on
Dragon
it.
Lover. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. And who else? Oh, West Haven. How you doing? And yes, Joseph, I've already been eating healthy. Where have you been?
And media production is here too.
Oh, hello, Media Production. How are you?
Unfortunately, other than the cigarettes, I cannot complain about the way Ron eats. He eats healthy, he eats variety, and he doesn't. He says he cuts the fat off, but he doesn't. He allows the fat to be in the food, and the food actually is a lot better for him when it's got the original fats in it.
No, actually, I do cut the fat off.
Yeah, but you still got fat. Fat comes out of your food like oozes out. When you cook it, what do you think it's all juicy for?
Because I add stuff to it to make it juicy. You don't seem to realize what I do, what I add when I make my homemade burgers. I put all kinds of stuff right in the mixture, like barbecue
Yeah, and I've
sauce.
seen the meat
You
you
know,
use, and it's still got fat in it.
and it's lean ground beef, but yes, you're not going to get rid of all the fat,
That's what I mean. You leave the
but
fat
it's
alone.
lean
Don't.
ground beef. If I wouldn't have went out and bought the cheap hamburger, it'd be like a bucket full of grease. Okay,
No, Moose. I don't need a new avatar. There's nothing wrong with my avatar. I like
so
my avatar.
I don't buy the cheap hamburger. I buy the most expensive hamburger you can get on the market. It's better for you.
And bacon. I don't give a shit what everyone says. Bacon fat is good for you.
I eat bacon maybe once a week.
Probably twice a week. And I eat eggs probably 3 or 4 times a week. And I eat chicken probably twice a week. And I wish I could eat fish, but I can't stand the taste of that shit.
Well, fish is good for you.
I know, but I can't stand the taste. I cannot get past the taste of fish. It's disgusting.
It all depends on how you spice it up.
And
No,
hi,
it is.
yeah,
I've eaten everybody's fish, and it still tastes like fish. And as for all those people, snake does not taste like chicken, folks.
It tastes like crap.
Tastes a little bit more like rabbit. A little bit more like rabbit.
Oh, like rabbit. There you go.
A little bit.
I don't mind rabbit. Rabbit's good.
Yeah, can't stand rabbit. Don't like turkey either.
No,
Turkey's another one I
goose
can't
is good.
stand it. So,
Goose and duck, but the only thing in duck is really greasy. Well, you have to cook duck just right too, and then you have to cook goose just right too.
I know that we had fat people for the last 2,000 years, but obesity is a major problem in the Western world because we have too much reliance on carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Way too much reliance on carbohydrates. We used to not give a shit whether there was fat on our meat. We did not used to give a shit whether we fried it or whether we cooked it in an oven or whether we wrapped it up in alfoil and cooked it in its own juices. And we were all healthy and we're all happy and we're all great. It's this business of takeaways and processed carbohydrates and processed fat and all that shit that's really, really not made us all healthy.
Yeah, it's basically where people have messed with the food. If you eat like an apple from the tree, right, or something like you eat it how it's grown, you'll be fine. But when man starts messing with the food and refining, and like you're saying, like sugar and white flours and all that stuff, it's all refined, and our bodies aren't used to that.
I cook with white flour because it's the cheapest and the most abundant, but only as a thickener or as a you've got to make pancakes out of white flour. I don't give a shit. You can't make it out of bloody grainy flour. It's not the same.
No.
I've made it out of oat flour.
Yeah, it's not the same. You can make it out of oat flour, but they're not pancakes.
Oh, they are. Oh, I'll have to show you. I make some really, really good pancakes with oat flour.
I call them griddle cakes, but I wouldn't call them pancakes.
These are really good.
Yeah, the point is she makes them really fluffy.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really good. They're better than normal pancakes in my opinion. I'll have to do that. I'll do a video. There we go. I'll do a video of making. It's made with oat flour and cottage cheese, and I'd have to think of everything that's in it. It's really good.
Okay. Cottage cheese. That's different.
Yeah, and you whip it up.
How's
high
Anthony?
protein, low carb pancake. Basically, what it ends up being.
Well, it's almost impossible to have a low carb pancake because they're highly reliant on carbs to be a pancake. High fiber, maybe.
The cottage cheese would be is the prime ingredient in it.
Yeah, I know, but you still, without that carb, you don't get the pancake consistency because you need the flour and the gluten in the flour and everything to do what it's meant to do to be a pancake.
Of course,
but that's fine. That's like people saying bread's good for you. No, there is not a bread in this world that you can consider to be a healthy additive to your diet, especially if it's had yeast in it.
Well, actually, it's just the oat. Let's see. It's the oat fiber part. It's actually not the carb part. And then it's mixed with egg whites to hold it together. Anyways, you'll have to see. You'll just have to take my word for it for now.
That's probably why I like crock wheat bread a lot, too, because I love crock wheat bread. That's really good bread.
Yeah, folks, wholemeal, whole grain, wheat grain, any type of thing that isn't normal white bread is a lot better for you than that white bread shit. That white bread is the worst stuff you could ever give your kids. Grow up with anything else.
That and rye bread. Rye bread is really nice. So
this is good. I'm glad to see Anthony coming back with a vengeance.
That's good. Yeah. Me too.
I mean, I make pancakes for my daughter, and she gets eggs and she gets fruit and everything else. But she's a 7-year-old kid. They're meant to have a lot of carbohydrates in their diets because they're growing and burning energy and doing all that. But as you get older, you need to drop off the carbohydrates very quickly because it's not good for you.
Looks
Your
like
body doesn't
Joseph
process carbohydrates like it used to.
Yeah, Joseph's going back to work. Woo!
That's probably why I buy Guinness beer every 2 weeks and drink Guinness beer every 2 weeks. Because it's good for you.
Red wine's better for you.
Yeah, but Guinness beer is also good for your red blood cells, too.
Yeah, it also puts lead in your pencil, but, what are we going to do with that?
You really had to go there, didn't you? Stop going there, will you? This is PG drink.
It's true. What's so not PG about pencils?
I know you can get lead poisoning.
Yes, kids, do not play with pencils. You will get lead poisoning.
Let's see. I've stabbed myself accidentally with pencils this year.
I don't know how many people haven't stabbed themselves with pencils.
Yeah,
stabbing
exactly.
yourself with a pencil is a normal thing.
Oh, yeah, it is sharp.
Yeah.
I used to do that as a kid. Yeah, pencil sharp. We're going, is that sharp? Oh, yeah, that's sharp. I just poked myself.
Oh, it's not only that. You put your pencil in your pocket and you go to take it out, and all of a sudden you don't realise how close you are to that pencil, and shit, I stabbed myself.
And yes, Moose Gal, I have done that before in the past. It does make them more fluffy. Makes an omelet fluffy. Yes, it does.
What's that?
Greek yogurt in an omelet.
Okay, folks, Greek yogurt is one of the nature's perfect things for diets. I don't give a shit what diet you're on, unless you're on a high, what's that diet where people can't drink milk? Lactose intolerant diet. Unless you're on one of those, Greek yogurt will always make your diet better somehow. It's good shit, Greek yogurt.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Especially Greek yogurt that has been fermented in the tub you buy.
That, and as long as it's plain, because I do at our stores anyways, I have ones they've added junk back into it. So
that's not Greek yogurt with flavor in it.
And no, also I got the plain stuff. The longer if you're gonna make an omelet, the longer you beat your eggs, the fluffier it's gonna get.
Yeah, effectively you're cooking what's it called?
Is when I make my deep dish omelet, I will.
You're making a souffle. You beat the crap out of your eggs and then cook it. It's a souffle.
Yeah, exactly. I just beat it and then it just rises up and it's so fluffy.
You add enough sugar to it, you might end up with a meringue.
There you go.
Well, that's how I make my deep dish omelets. I just basically use 8 eggs and a little bit of milk and just beat the snot right out of it.
Canadian souffle, Ron's way. And I'm not teasing, Ron. It's true. If you're beating your eggs to the consistency that you say you are, you're initially making a souffle. The only difference between a souffle and your omelette is a souffle gets baked in the oven with general heat, and yours gets direct heat from underneath. But from what I've looked at your onions, your omelettes, they get baked in the oven eventually anyway.
Well, exactly. I cook some of it up on top of the stove in order to start making it rise, and then the rest of it goes in the oven.
And to all those people who don't realise cooking is a science, it's not an art, it's a science.
Yeah, it's a science. The only art part, I suppose, would be the presentation part. Maybe it could be considered art.
Yep, and anyone can drizzle bloody fruit and liqueurs over the top of what you cooked, making it all taste nice is where the science
Yeah,
is.
that's the science,
Right.
yes.
I think we'll go for another 30 minutes. We'll make it 2.5 hours today, so we'll go another 30 minutes, and that'll be it. And I got to go up and start shooting a video on my nachos.
Yeah, sorry, folks. Another half hour, and you can all bugger off.
Steak nachos.
Yummy.
Of course, bacon. Got the bacon all ready to go, and all I have to do is just dice it up into chunks.
I'm sorry, Moose Cow, I cannot agree with that statement. There is no such thing as an alternative milk. Milk comes from an animal. It's a protein product. If it's not from an animal and a protein product, it's a juice.
Not unless she's talking about the soya milk out of soybeans.
That's juice. There's no such. You can't milk a soya bean. I've tried.
Yeah, they call it
it's juice.
Like soy milk,
coconut
milk,
is not
milk.
It's a almonds are not milk. It's a juice, and so is coconut milk. It's a juice.
Oat milk, right? Yeah, it's all juices technically.
Yeah, I love coconut milk though. It's good.
I love coconut juice too.
Yeah, they're technically juices, but they have to call they call them milk so that people that can't drink dairy, I suppose, are like, oh, I'll have the oat milk instead, or the cashew milk, or whatever. All right, that's why. That's a selling point.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, it's a con. It's the biggest con they've put on the market. It's a juice, folks. Get it in your head. It's a juice.
But juice is good for you.
Oh, this is funny. Yes, Moose Gal, I know that they call it that, but technically it's not milk.
Yes, but you also drive on the right side of the road, but that doesn't make it correct.
Like, I get cashew milk or oat milk, but technically, like Alpha said, it is just a juice. It's just liquid from it. It's not actually milk. But yes,
okay,
I
drink orange milk. I drink orange milk.
Orange milk. Oh,
and I don't mind a little bit of raspberry milk, and occasionally I have a bit of mango milk.
If you're drinking orange milk, it must have some colostrum still in it.
I don't know. I drink grapefruit juice. So what do you expect?
No, you drink grapefruit milk. Because it's alternative milk.
Yeah, I'm having grape milk then, because I have some grape milk here.
Okay.
Grape juice.
Yes, I must admit, I juice my blackcurrant milk.
I see.
I will be right back.
All right.
I'll put it this way, folks. If it quacks like a duck, it looks like a duck, and it acts like a duck, calling it a chicken doesn't make it an alternative chicken, all right?
I'm glad Anthony's doing better.
So
That's
am I.
good news to hear. Yeah. You know, he's got to be around. He's got to stay around because I love that fucker.
Yeah, well, he's got to be able to come back and tell us how the coronavirus is a waste of time and it's just another flu.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And he will. He'll come back and say, look, it was just a flu.
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy. I like him. I get a lot of laugh. I have a lot of fun with him. Great guy to talk to.
I think he would have suffered more with the pneumonia than he did with the COVID.
I'm just thankful that I got to meet him. There you go. That you too.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad I introduced you to him.
Thanks, Gava. I think.
Yeah, you can blame me for everything, mate.
That's all right. I'm glad I met you too. There you go.
Oh, God, don't go get all soppy on me now. Next thing I'll know, you'll be drinking beer and, I love you, brother. Yeah, bugger off. So, did you like my new friends, did you?
There you go.
Eh?
Yeah.
Did you like my new friends last night? Even though they don't shut up?
Which friend's that?
The drone community.
Oh, you mean Tim Jackson and Steve?
Yeah. They're more the 3D print community, those two.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I like them. I enjoy myself over there.
Oh yeah, I go over there. And every time he's live, I'm always over there. Hey, what's going on? You know.
Yeah, he's making a bloody habit of it lately, though.
That's all right.
They're in lockdown in Brizzy, and they're getting bored out of their brains. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of them until Sunday.
Well, like I said, we'll have to make a trip over there one of these days.
And Melbourne at the moment is about to go back into lockdown again for another week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had 6 new cases. And after the last time they ignored 6 new cases so soon, they had a major outbreak. So this time they're going to lock down and try and get it under control, because every time we lock down here in South Australia, we get no more new cases. But I will strongly suggest, folks, wear your masks when you're in public, please. I know that sounds annoying, and I know darn well I hate doing it myself, but unfortunately it is the way that this COVID does spread when it's around.
Yeah.
And if you want to avoid catching it, don't breathe in other people's exhumations.
I wear my mask every time I go into a store. I put it on. I carry hand sanitizer in my car. Even before I even touch my mask, I'm hands.
I carry baby wipes. So.
All right. Well, I use hand sanitizer and go like this, and boom.
Don't believe in hand sanitizer.
Everything that I touched after I come out of the store, right? As soon as I get home, I wipe everything down. My keys get wiped down, door handles, steering wheel, everything.
I believe hand sanitizer is about as intelligent as air drying in a public toilet.
Well,
yeah, what's the point of having the germs on your hands and just drying them there? That's why I like paper towel. You wipe the germs off onto the paper towel and throw it in the bin. It may make a mess in there, but hey, that's what cleaners are for. At least somebody's in a job.
How dare you cuss Brother Ron? Hello, Wolfie. What's going on, Wolf Late? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
He said, how dare you cuss Brother Ron? My Christian ears are burning. Now I must go and pray for your soul. I'll be back. Crack me a coldie as well while you're there, right?
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, so this weekend I'll be doing lamb chops on the barbecue.
What are you marinating them in?
I'm not going to marinate them. I'm going to spice them up really nice.
Yeah, whiz.
I'm going to put a little Greek spice on them.
Explain to me what Greek spice actually is.
But it says on the bottle.
Yeah, but see, the problem is you can't. It's like having a fruit salad tree. Okay. How the hell do you get a fruit salad tree? It's just you tell people Greek spice, but in Canada you might be able to buy Greek spice, but in Australia we can't buy Greek spice. So how do we make your lamb chops if we don't know what's in the Greek spice?
Well, you see, us Canadians, we make really good spices, and it's a Canadian secret. We can't tell you.
Right. Then don't be putting up bloody how to cook lamb chops with Greek spice videos up if we can't follow your recipe. Fuck it. Excuse me.
Oh, you just go to the store and it says Greek spice, then buy it.
I've been there. Well, we've got spices and we've got herbs. Which one is it? I can get you aniseed. I can get you chili. I can get you cayenne. I can get you cumin. What's in your Greek spice?
So, well, you know, we have a spice factory here right in London, which is called Clubhouse, which makes the most phenomenal spices that you could ever buy on the market. And they're really, really nice spices. It's like,
Well, the problem I have, Ron, and the reason why I'm making such a big deal about this is because you guys invented Hawaiian pizzas, and the Hawaiians have never forgiven you for it. All right.
Oh, well.
Okay, so I'm
Too
a little
bad.
bit worried that this Greek spice is going to upset some Greeks. Okay.
Probably. And I've got Italian spice, and I've got roasted garlic and pepper up there. So roasted garlic and pepper spice is really, really, and so is the Cajun spice. Cajun is just phenomenal.
Actually, we can get Cajun spice here, but I'm not sure it's so Cajun.
Well, this is like Cajun. It's got all kinds of different stuff all mixed right in it. And you cook, it's like,
Don't you hire your old me, Wolfie. Get your ass up here. Don't tell me you didn't send him an invite, did you?
well, I can. Just hang on. Gee.
No, brother, you're going. You're leaving soon, so there's no point.
No. I can stay on longer. I can go anytime I want. I have a co-host. She can take over. You can take over. Good. You're a co-host now too, because you do have the key. Hello. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. All right, Wolfie. Well played. There's your link. You get your ass up here.
Well, you will go to porn sites, Wolfie. If you're having PCs locking up on you, you have a driver issue that's been corrupted by somewhere you've been. If I was you, mate, I'd do a rollback to when it was running okay and do it that way. It's the quickest and easiest way to fix any issues you got with your PC. Do a rollback to a time when you knew your PC was running right. And then don't do it again.
I don't know. For the last 3 days, I've been getting a lot of. Oh, congratulations! You've been real good on your Visa card. And to lower your interest, just press one now to have a lower interest rate. And I'm thinking to myself,
What? Are they pop-ups or are they coming in your email?
no, they're coming on my phone. They're calling my cell phone. For one, I don't have a Visa card.
No, it's a con. They blanket a lot of numbers, and the first idiot enough, stupid enough to answer them, we got one hooked.
No, it's a scam. I don't
Yeah,
have
well,
them.
in Australia we have what we call a no-call phone list. You put your number on that phone list, and it is illegal for them to harass you or call you in any way without your invitation for up to 12 months. And if they do, you report them, and the government will chase them down, hunt them down, and prosecute them.
As long as they're in the same country.
No. They will do legal proceedings in other countries as well. But the simple fact is, it's against the law in Australia for them to do that. And they may not actually win a case in court, but they can actually ban them from dialing into the country, and they can restrict their access to the country because the governments can do that.
Yeah.
Because we only have like 2 connections to Australia to the rest of the world, and the government does have eyes and ears on there. Unfortunately, Canada has like something like 20 connections to the rest of the world.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's what happens when you're attached to America.
You can't blame America on that. Come on.
No, I blame Canada for trusting America all those years ago and realizing now that, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't have. A bit late now, bro. It's happening.
Like I said, yeah, we live in Canada, but we've been Americanized. You'd be surprised how if you go to certain parts of Canada, like up in Vancouver and stuff, they seem to think they're Americans for some reason. They consider themselves to be a part of the USA over in Vancouver. But it's Vancouver, Canada, not Vancouver, USA.
Yeah, I know. And then there's parts of Canada that go, bleeding Yanks, hey?
There you go.
Up where Caribou County, up where he lives, I'm absolutely sure that they're not overly happy with Americans. I mean, don't get me wrong, they got nothing against them, but they go, yeah, we're not American, we're Canadian.
Yeah.
They're definitely full on strong where he lives, I reckon.
See, I live in southern Ontario, and you'd be surprised how many Americans are actually living over here.
I'm not. I mean, it's
There are
like
quite a few here.
Yeah, like it's a stone's throw from Chicago in that area, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, because they travel back and forth the border, right? They live here, they go back across, work, and come
Plus,
back.
aren't you on the border of the Great Lakes as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like it's that little area there. I mean, even Minnesota could be really, if in certain parts of that, could be thinking themselves a little bit more Canadian than American because it's that area. It's the borderline. Up in New York, they are a little bit more Canadian than they are American.
Mm-hmm.
Nova Scotia, I'm not even sure where they are. I'm not even sure they consider themselves Canadian.
Nova Scotia is on the eastern tip of Canada.
I know, but I mean, they're on the eastern tip, out in the water by themselves. I think they believe themselves to be a providence of their own.
Oh, that's why we call them the tailpipe.
I would have thought that would have been the excretion of the tailpipe myself.
And unfortunately, that's where Scotty lives.
Is it? Really?
That way. Way up that way. It's okay. I like it where I live, right here in southern Ontario, because I'm in between borders.
Which borders?
Let's see. I can go to Detroit, Michigan border. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Detroit and Windsor. Or I can go to Port Huron and Sarnia. There's a border there. Or I can go to Fort Erie and Buffalo. So there's actually 4
What
borders.
about Ohio?
If I want to take the ferry.
And Chicago?
No, we don't border along with Chicago, Illinois at all.
I know Chicago's up that way.
You leave Michigan into Chicago, like Illinois, boom, Indiana and stuff. So they're a little further.
Yes, the further away you can be from Nora, the better.
It's for northern Canada. The borders are Wisconsin, Minnesota, and it goes over from there. North Dakota, I think. Yeah, borders. 2 different provinces.
Oh, I see. So you'd have to go through Michigan to get to Chicago.
Yes.
Whereas Ohio, you only have to basically go directly across the lake to Cleveland.
Yep, I can go either across the lake or go through Michigan and then boom, I'm in Ohio.
Yeah.
So Ohio's not that far from here. Really, I'm 2 hours 15 minutes from Michigan, and then once I get into Michigan, then I probably got about maybe a 40-minute drive to get into Ohio. If that.
Yeah, but you can't even see the lakes from where you live. You have
No.
to drive to see the lakes.
Yes, I have 30 minutes to drive down to Lake Erie, or I have 45 minutes where I can drive over to Lake Huron, or I've got an hour and a half to drive to Lake Ontario.
Be really honest with you, you're not that far away from Nora.
Nope, I'm not. Only 3-4 hours. Boom.
Well, that's a scary thought, folks.
So, if I was to bring up a map, I'll show you exactly where I'm situated on a map. All right, here we go. All right. Here's where I'm situated between the borders.
Yeah, but you're like floating on a piece of shit land.
Okay, where you see this balloon, this is London. Down here is Detroit. Over here is Port Huron, Michigan. If I hopped on the ferry, I go into Cleveland. If I come up this way, then there's New York State, right here.
Yep.
So we have Fort Erie, and then we have, there's 2 crossings here. There's only 1 crossing there and 1 crossing here. Like I said, if we go, oh, where am I going here? Down a bit. There's Michigan. And Chicago's over here. There's Wisconsin, which borders Canada. And so does Minnesota, which borders Canada. And then we go to North Dakota, which borders, there I'll go back, which Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Montana borders Saskatchewan, British Columbia, and Alberta. Ontario, as you see, is the largest province in Canada. So we've come down from there because this is the southern tip, and it goes all the way up and borders along through here. Then we have the Quebec border that comes up this way. But as you can see, Ontario borders a lot of the United States. More than the other provinces do.
Quebec's a hell of a lot of bloody area there.
And then we have Newfoundland and Labrador and stuff. So.
What is over in Newfoundland and Labrador?
A lot of mountains and stuff. And a lot of weird people. There we go. But for me to get in the States, I have, especially if I want to go into this area, I can either cross in Detroit or go cross in Port Huron, Michigan, right here. So I have two crossings available. For me to get from this point into Chicago itself is actually 6.5 hours away from me. That's a 6.5 hour drive.
And the problem is you have to go through Michigan and Illinois, Indianapolis before you can even get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chicago borders on the Great Lakes, but if you went around the Great Lakes, then you would only have to go through Michigan.
So here are the highways. So basically, I would jump on 94 and come down right down 94. And right in and around, and boom, right over into Chicago. Now, if I was going to cross in Port Huron, I'd come down 69, all the way down 69, jump on to 94, and basically here and right around. Boom.
You could always go through Buffalo to get in the United States too.
Yeah, but that's a long way around. Why would I go to Buffalo, New York, when I'm going this way?
Because you might want to go to Syracuse.
So
if you go the other way to get to Syracuse, that's the long way around.
Now, when I used to go to St. Paul's, Minnesota, I would come through on 94, and then get on 294 over to 90, and then down 90 and up and around 90 around that way in order to go to St. Paul's, Minnesota, which is over here somewhere.
You'd be silly to do that if you wanted to go see Captain Jerk, though. If you want to go visit Captain Jerk, you'd be better to go through Buffalo.
And here's one of the main areas I used to run all the time, was right here at Sheboygan. This is one of my main runs, and along with Appleton and Green Bay, where I've been. I've also been down in here in Rockford and La Crosse as well.
And there's Iowa.
And then, of course, Des Moines, Iowa, and then Madison City, and then, of course, St. Paul's, Minnesota is right here. So I'd come right up through this way in order to go into St. Paul's, and then come back down through Madison, and then jump back down onto 90, down to 294, back around, get on 90, and then back up and around again.
Yeah, there you go.
So don't talk to me about Madison. I heard all about Madison.
That's the quickest way to get around. If you go any other way, it's the long way around. So I had a choice between, when I'm going to Sheboygan, do I go straight up 94 and go through the city? And because there's a weigh scale right in around here, or do I bypass that weigh scale and come around and take the toll road, which takes me a little bit longer to go around?
Either way, you're paying.
So.
All right, I got to go have something to eat. I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to go make myself some breakfast.
All right, sounds good.
You're going to have some breakfast, huh?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yep.
Oh, okay. We don't need you to get hangry.
It'll be brunch by about now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't want no hangries around here. There we go.
Very true.
I'm going to go do that. Cook myself some eggs.
Yeah, let's zoom in on, let's see.
That sounds good.
I kind of miss going to Des Moines. I really had a lot of fun when I went there.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, well, you reminisce. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
I used to go here and then run right up. There's Webster City right there. There's my pickup. Right here.
Okay, Webster City would be south of Mason City, then it looks like. If I'm seeing that right.
Yeah. So I'd pick up here, and then I'd take 20 over and come down 380, and then stop at the truck stop right here. Spend the night.
Mm. Oh, okay.
And then I would continue on. There'd be other times where I picked up here and gone into Madison City.
Yeah.
Jumped on this highway and come down this way. There's a little truck stop over here and spend the night.
There you go.
And then there were other times where I dropped off in Des Moines and come up 35 and went into St. Paul's, Minnesota, right here. So I come around this way.
Okay.
And go and pick up there. Then once I picked up there, then I continue on this way, coming down through here.
Oh, nice.
Down this way. Yeah, come down through there. Yeah, this was a nice area because I got to know a lot of people around in this area. So
yeah.
And I was more frequent in this area than anything. So, and I really actually miss it. So.
Well, I hope you can get a run in that area then. If you missed it, that'd be good.
Yeah, I used to go to Rockford all the time too, and Cedar Rapids, Joliet. I used to do, and of course Fort Wayne, and then of course never delivered into Rochester.
Oh, okay.
Just right in here, which is basically here, and then come down, boom, or up here, and then back over again.
Nice.
And then up around this area, and then cross back into Because if I go, let's see, the farthest I went, let's see, where was, what the hell is it called? Where I picked up. It's right on the border, and I had to cross up this way. Oh yeah, I was here at Green Bay, and then come down around this area. Picked up here. There's a little place in here I picked up, and then went over here to Saginaw, and then up and around, and come around this way back into Canada. Because here's the border right here.
Yeah. Yep, I see that. Okay.
So
the border's like on the water, huh?
Yeah. Just basically drop off here and come over here, pick up, drive over. I could have come down this way.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, but I wanted to get back in, so I crossed in through, Saginaw, Sault Ste. Marie. See, this is Sault Ste. Marie, and this is actually attached. This is Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Okay.
Right here is Sault Ste. Marie, Canada. And this is the border town. There is a restaurant there that actually sits right on the border. Half of it sits in the U.S., the other half sits in Canada.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And if you're not careful, I've actually accidentally turned down the wrong road and found my way. I started seeing a lot of American plates. So, no, across the border.
Oh no!
Oops.
Hurry up! Turn around.
Yeah, turned around and went back. Yeah. So this is actually a nice area, though. But yeah, once you get into this area, because there's very little water and a bridge, and there's a land crossing right here. You can see.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oops, we made a mistake. Yes.
I'm sure that's a pretty common mistake, though. So I would think as long as you turn around quick, you would understand.
Oh, I'm sure I'm not the only truck driver that's made that mistake. Gee, everybody does it.
Speaking of mistakes, I don't think I told you what I saw when I was driving today, did I? Somebody had drove and they were turning onto a road, but they turned too much into the wrong side. And good thing I was keeping an eye on, because they basically crossed to my lane, which was supposed to be the left turning lane, and they came all the way across from the other side to that lane, thinking that was their lane. So I'm glad I caught that, or we would have had a head-on.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Always be, number one rule, always be watchful. You may be a safe driver, but it's the other person you have to watch out.
Yep. Well, I do know that, you're just talking about mistakes. You accidentally went into the States, let's say, or whatever. Well, this person, I'm sure they just thought they were doing the right thing, and it was like, oops, went a little too far. It happens. As long as we're all watching, everything was okay today, but that could have been very bad on another day. So just got to keep an eye out.
This is why whenever you drive, doesn't matter, I don't care how many years you've been driving, you still have to do your defensive driving and watch everything that's going around. I don't care what's happening behind me.
Yeah.
I look at what's on either side of me and what's in front of me. This whole area, I scan constantly. I'm not sitting there looking in front. My eyes are constantly moving around, scanning the area. As I'm driving along, I'm scanning. My eyes are traveling back and forth as I'm driving. I'm looking at everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming up to a side street. I look at the side street and make sure there's somebody's going to run a stop sign. I want to know about it, because I don't want to slam into the side of him because he didn't see me.
Right.
Right. So I do the same thing when I'm driving my truck. I'm scanning constantly, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But a lot of people sit there and go like this, like deer.
Oh, yeah.
Deer in a set of headlights, right? They're not
Yes.
scanning. They should be,
You always need to be looking.
Check this way, here, scan, but you move your eyes back and forth constantly. You're looking at everything that's going on. You're looking for pedestrians. You're looking for bicyclists. You don't want to run them over. You're also looking for idiot drivers too, as well. So you just basically, once you start getting yourself into the habit of scanning back and forth, you'll see something that's going to happen and unfold right in front of you, and you're going to be able to stop. Should be able to stop if you react quick enough.
Yes. Yeah, I'm usually, I mean, a person can still have blind spots or miss something, but I mean, I do try to be observant, of things.
Yep. Just scan
like
back
today,
and forth.
like I say, today, just right in front of me. I wasn't expecting that, and thankfully I was paying attention. Like I say, that could have been a head-on, but it did not happen because I noticed and obviously did not go into the turn lane. I just turned from the lane I was at because that person decided to go the wrong way in the turn lane. The wrong direction.
Well, my mother made a mistake because she called me up. She goes, "I got in an accident. Can you come and pick me up?" So it's all right. So I went and talked. I said, "You all right?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." I said, "What happened?" He says, "Well, this guy had a signal on, and she was sitting at a red light, and she was making her right turn, which she can do on a red light as long as she's, this person had the signal on, indicating that this person was going to turn down the street that she's coming off of. So he's driving with his signal light on.
Oh.
So she thought he was turning. So when she pulled out, this person nailed her.
Yeah, you kind of have to go by their, their speeds and stuff. If somebody has their signal on, I have to say I'm one of more of those hesitant ones that I wait just a little bit longer than probably most to make sure they're actually slowing down. They're actually going to turn. Because it happens.
Exactly.
People can leave their blinkers on and they don't even know it. And next thing you know, you're in an accident and you don't want that.
I do the same thing. When I'm come up and I see someone, okay, I want to make sure. As soon as I see the car start to turn, okay, now I can go. Because I don't know turning. He could be one of these people who are listening to loud music and he's driving with the signal on, but the car's telling him beep, 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 Right. Your signal's on, stupid, blah, blah, blah. But he's listening to loud music and over here, next thing you know, he's slamming into me.
Yep, exactly. I just don't trust it. Basically, they have to be very much slowing down, or like you say, starting to make that turn that you know for sure. Not just the signal that's telling you that, but also the turn. Now, some people, of course, forget to put their signal on at all, and last minute they're like whipping in front of you. Well, you can't really help those either. But you, like I say, you got to try the best you can. It's kind of like deer or something running in front of you all of a sudden out of a cornfield. You just never know.
Or you get behind one of these people, they see a green light and they're braking, they're slowing down. It's a green light. Why are you slowing down? Or you get these people, next thing you know, they're at the point of no return, but the light turned yellow and they're slamming on the brakes. No, you just caused the accident because it says caution. It's a caution light. Proceed with caution. Doesn't mean stop. It's not red. That's why we have green, yellow, red.
Yep.
It goes from green to yellow to let you know that it's going to turn red soon.
Right.
It's a yellow light that says proceed with caution.
Exactly, because you're not supposed to just stop. I mean, if you're close enough in that intersection, you keep going to keep the flow of traffic. But obviously, if you're far enough back, it's probably going to turn red before you get to that intersection. Then you need to stop. Obviously, be ready to stop.
But if you're on that point of no return,
yes, exactly. You keep going.
So you've got this solid white line in the front end. Your tires are sitting on that front, and meanwhile your bumper is in the crosswalk for pedestrians.
Yes.
No, you don't slam on your brakes. You just keep going through.
Exactly, because that yellow light won't be very long. But if you see it and you're already, like you say, to that point, you keep going. That's it. Otherwise, you could cause an accident in a different way. If you slam on your brakes, somebody could be behind you, and then they'll run into you, right?
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, see, Gulf Coast, they don't use their turn signal down here. Yeah, some places they forget to do those common little things.
But a lot of people get pulled over and get ticketed for going through that yellow light. Why? Because
Yeah,
the cop sees you coming through, and he's looking at. Next thing you're speeding up. That's
yeah,
called
it's the
racing.
speeding up.
You're racing the
Yeah.
light. If you go through a light and you maintain the same speed, there's nothing you can do.
Well, here GAFA said, tell my government that's what yellow means. They're trying to enforce fines for not stopping for a yellow. That doesn't make sense because green is go, yellow is like we were just talking. If you were in a
Yep.
certain spot, you keep going or you're going to be a hazard. And then obviously red, or if it's yellow and you're way beyond, yeah, you're probably going to have to slow down. It depends where you're at. Yellow can be a little bit of a gray area, I suppose, to some degree, depending where you're at. But you got to figure out where you are at and do the best you can. But you shouldn't have to
Well,
get fined for yellow.
no, that's why the yellow light's there. Proceed with caution. It's giving you a warning. Okay, this light's going to turn red soon, so you
Yeah.
need to get through the section. But that doesn't mean floor your car.
No, because
Because then
that's
the
where it's
cop
bad.
sees you
You
in a
know.
hurry. This is where you get charged for you. Basically, you see you're racing the light, so you ran the red light.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I've
Basically,
I've actually been in the vehicle with someone. Many a times this person has done that, and I don't think that's a smart idea. To what you're saying, speeding through yellow lights. No.
I've gone through many of yellow lights in my tractor trailer when I was over the road in the U.S. and I did get pulled over every time for doing it. You know why I pulled yours? Don't haven't got a clue. He says, "Well, you ran that light." I said, "What light?" He says, "Well, you ran the yellow light." I said, that says proceed with caution." I weigh 80,000 pounds. I was only a car length back. I'm not going to stop 80,000 pounds in a car length.
Yeah, because if you tried stopping, you'd be in the intersection, correct?
Exactly. I'm traveling 40 miles an hour. I'm not going to stop that truck within one car length at 40 miles an hour. By the time I'm stopped, half my truck is going to be sitting in the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't speed up. I said, that's a caution light that says proceed with caution. I
Well, see,
sailed through it the same.
yeah, it's like a buffer, right? Because if it went just from red to green or green to red, there'd be no buffer in between, right? It'd just be like, oh,
Exactly.
that's it. You're supposed to be stopped. That's it. But you can't do that. You need a
Yep.
little buffer in there at the
Yeah.
normal pace. Like you say, if you see it turning yellow, you shouldn't speed up all of a sudden. Because, yeah, then technically, if you stay the same speed, you would have been going through a red light. That's why that's bad. And that can cause trouble.
Exactly.
So,
And I do the same thing in my car. Well, I just travel right on. I've been pulled over in my car before too. By the city cops here. Know why you pulled yours? No, you ran that light. I said I didn't run no light.
right.
Well, the light was red. I said no. I'm already into the point of no return. He's going. What do you mean? I says half of my car. Okay, the front, or I should say, the front end of my car is in the crosswalk when that light turned yellow. I didn't speed up. I sailed through at the same speed. That's a caution light. That's not a stoplight.
Yeah.
And I've gone to court many a times over that too, and won my case. Sorry, I'm sorry, but he's trying to ticket me for a yellow light. I'm at the point of no return.
Right.
What are we gonna do? Slam on our brakes and have the guy behind me slam into me?
Yeah. I know. It's
You know,
frustrating.
it said the rules of the road says if you're entering the point of no return and the light is turning yellow, you are to proceed at the same speed you're currently going.
Right. You don't speed up, but you shouldn't
No,
stop and cause an accident
exactly,
either. It's a fine
exactly.
line. You got to figure. I guess as time goes, you figure out that what that fine line
Yeah.
is, or try to do the best of your ability.
Well, that's why they have that yellow light. There it goes. Okay, go. It's green, yellow.
Yep.
That
That
means it's
gives you
going to
just a
change red
warning.
very shortly. So
Yep.
there's your warning to, hey, you better start slowing down and stop. But if you're at that
Yep.
point of no return and it goes yellow, just keep going through at the same speed.
Right. You just you get to decipher in your brain, okay, where am I at? If I'm able to stop reasonably, then I should stop. But yeah, if you're that close or into the intersection already, of course you keep going.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, that's how that goes. Oh, I was seeing that Gulf Coast, the two biggest problems down here are people driving past school bus with lights on, because they have like the school bus with the stoplight, thing that goes the stop sign. With the lights on it, and you're supposed to stop so you don't run over no kids. But apparently they have people still driving past that, and then of course not moving over for emergency motor vehicles. When they're going down EMS. So, two things you shouldn't do.
Well,
that.
here, school bus drivers are instructed to watch the oncoming traffic coming towards them.
Yeah.
Right. And if they see a car that's not going to stop, they now have cameras on the bus, which actually looks at that, and they also write down the license plate number. Then they report it. The police comes out and talks to the bus driver. Here's the plate number. They run the plate number, get the guy's address, and go have a little chit chat with them. And by the way, here's your fine.
Yeah.
Well, I was driving my car. Your car was seen down this road at this certain time. Here's your plate number. We have the video.
Right.
But I wasn't willing to drive. You're the owner of the car. Yes. Here's your fine.
Yeah, because it's for the safety of the kids. Another thing I noticed that school buses do now is they have this really big, around here anyways, it's like a really big stick in the front of the bus that goes out, because sometimes kids will cross in front of the bus way too close, and then you can't see them. So they have this stick thing that pops out, so that if they have to cross the street in front of the bus, that the bus driver has a chance to see them, which is good. So.
Yeah. Oh, drunken gamer. Drunken gamer. I'm sorry, I got to get it right. Drunken gamer's here. Or should I say drunk gamer?
Yeah, you got to get that right.
Good to see you. I know. Right? I like to call him drunken because half the time he ain't drunken anyways. I don't know why he's calling himself drunk gamer. He's like,
duh.
Drinking a pop or whatever. And he's like, do.
Yeah, duh. It says duh, drunk gamer. So duh, right? Duh. I don't know.
But I'm not drunk when I play my video games. I'm just having a pop.
That. Oh yeah, that's for the driver not to run over a kid. Oh yeah. Yes, no, exactly.
I just say I was going to quit it in half an hour.
Yeah, what happened to that?
We kind of went over.
Well, we got talking about things. It's all good.
Well, we get into a good conversation, a good topic about traffic lights and whatever, and then stuff like that. Well, that's what happens. Time flies, right?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. So.
I mean, you do have the freedom of that because, mine is for 2 hours and then yours is after mine. So you have the flexibility,
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right. And I also have the flexibility. I do have to use the washroom. So.
Okay. Go ahead. Looks like it's now a fishy stream. Haha. So how are you doing today there, the drunk gamer? And Gulf Coast, I don't know. I think that's what he's doing. Because he was doing something with, wasn't it, like with steak? Maybe he's cooking the steak right now. I'm not even sure. Yeah, the washroom. Fancy. I know. I don't have a nice fancy washroom. What's up with this toy man having that, huh? It's got fancy stuff, apparently. I suppose it's a nicer way to say, instead of just saying I'm going to use the bathroom or the restroom or whatever other term we can use. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty good there, gamer. That's good to hear. It's always good to hear when people are doing good. Oh, there you go. See? There's all different ways to say. Like, I don't know, a person could say that, drank too much, I gotta go, and, I don't know. There's different ways to definitely say that. More polite, I suppose, or fancy ways, or more straightforward, and that's how it is kind of ways, I suppose. Yeah, now that he's making nachos, it's making me hungry for nachos. Maybe he'll share. Do you think he'll share with us? Probably not. He enjoys eating in front of us and then, making us all hungry, of course. I see, according to my screen, there's like 6 people watching. I wonder who they are. I know the Drunken Gamer is here. Gulf Coast is here. I assume Gaffa is still here. Christy might still be here. I wonder if Wolfie and K&D might be lurking. Maybe Muscal. If you're still here and feel like saying, hey, I'm still here, or something like that, that'd be great. It's always fun to know who's still swimming around in the stream. And he's back from his fancy washroom. Yes, he is. There he is. Shannon Dog is still here. Cool. That's good to know.
Okay, anyways, you were saying I like to make stuff and tease everybody?
We were talking about nachos. Yeah. Somebody was asking me, I think it was Gulf Coast, but somebody was asking me if you were what? Oh, you have it on there.
Yeah, I take it with me.
Anyways, gotcha. Oh, you were listening. Well, that's okay. I don't care if you're listening. Gulf Coast was wondering if you were still making nachos. Is that what you were doing?
No, actually, I went up and used the washroom. But yeah, no, I am going to be getting off here very soon because I am getting hungry for my nachos. And yes, people, I will shoot a short little, fast little video on how I do it. Boom. And then, yes, I'm going to tease you all.
Yeah, see, that's what he does.
There you go.
Although I'd like to make people hungry on my channel too.
Well, I know you do, especially with your dessert.
Yeah, well, if nobody, most people probably have been to my channel and seen it, but I have really yummy things there, like my homemade chocolate fudgy gooey yummy brownies with homemade caramel sauce that goes over top. That's one of them.
Yeah, your eclairs that you made.
Yes, I made eclairs. I've made chocolate chip cookies. What else? I think rhubarb crisp. It's all yummy homemade things. Homemade from scratch. Not like homemade, like, oh, I got a box from the store and I made it at home. No, it's not like that.
Rhubarb pie, rhubarb crisp, rhubarb jam.
Oh, I made rhubarb jam earlier this year. Did I tell you that?
No.
I did. A whole bunch, actually. Well, a whole bunch in my mind, I guess. So, yeah.
Wow. All right. I'm going to have to learn how to make my own rhubarb jam then.
It's really good.
Well, I know it is. My mom used to make it.
Yes, it's very good. Yeah, because I know I told you earlier that I made cherry jam. So cherry jam, rhubarb jam, and applesauce. I think that's about all I've canned this year, or preserved, or however you want to look at it.
And apparently, Drunken Gamer says, I'm stoned, I got to shut up now.
No, he said, you got to shut up, he said. He said, I'm stoned, you got to shut up. I suppose because of us talking about food? I'm not sure.
All right. Well, anyways. Yummy, gooey hamburger, steak, bacon on the nachos with green pepper, mushrooms, and onions.
Unless he's talking about me. Maybe he's talking about me and my brownies. I don't know when he said it. It's either your nachos or my brownies or everything. I'm not sure.
There we go. Yeah, it'll probably be about a 20-minute video because I'm just going to do a half-ass one. Just, all right, that's what you do. Flip, throw this, throw that, in the oven. Boom, done.
Yes. Oh, Gulf Coast is leaving. Said, have a good night and enjoy your nachos, Toyman. And good night
All right,
for me. Yeah.
Have a good night, Gulf Coast. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by, brother. And yeah. And yes, thinking about entitled the nachos now. I'm getting the munchies.
Look what the drunk gamer said. Oh shit, this guy is talking steak. He has to shut up.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's seen my steak videos. This way.
And yes, thanks, Shandog. Shandog said, "Fishy, you cook some really good food. Thank you."
Yeah, she does. We both do, actually. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah, we are both good in different areas, really, because you do mostly grilling, correct? It seems. And I do, I do both. I do baking and cooking, but I've mostly, I think, shown just baking thus far. But yes.
I have an idea. We can do a cooking collab. I'll cook the main course. You make the dessert.
Hey, that'd be fun. Ooh. Well, hey, for fun, for involvement, let's ask our friends here, people in the stream. If you think that we should do that, do like a collab with food, like he does the main dish on the grill, and I do like the side stuff, right? Like a salad or I don't know the baked goods or whatever. Put a 1 in the chat if you think we should do that. The number 1, and maybe that's something we can do. That'd be fun. It'd be like a virtual, look at this meal that we put together. Even though it's virtual, obviously, but it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be virtual, but we could probably.
Oh yeah, like Shandog's. Look, Shandog said it too. See, the meal from Ron, dessert from Fishy. There you go. Yeah. Who thinks so?
And pin the 2 videos together.
What does that mean? What does 3 mean? Is that like a double no?
I mean, that's 3.
I don't know what a 3 is, but yeah, Shandog. I was gonna say about the time that Ron said it. I saw your comments, and then I got confused. It's like, well, who came up with the idea first, Shandog or Ron? It's like, what came first, the egg or the chick, right? Kind of thing. Or, yeah. Anyway.
There we go.
1 + 1. Oh, maybe. Oh, Gaffa said 1 + 1 + 1 + 3 = 3. Well, maybe he wants us to do it 3 times then. There we go. That's how I'll read it. I don't know what he means, but we'll do it 3 times then, Gaffa, just for you.
Of course I did. Dog. Yeah, lol. No, you didn't, because I was the one you mentioned. Maybe we should do a collab. I'll make the Hello. And dog's trying to take my credit already. Look at that. The nerve of that boy.
Well, see, because then we could put it on the video, right? Inspired by Shandog. That's why he's saying that.
LOL.
There you go. Inspired by Shandog. LOL.
There we go.
It's catchy. That's catchy.
All right. We got about a minute to go. And then we're going to shut her on down, and then I'm going to go up and do the nacho thing.
Hey, there you go. Maybe Gaffa can make the vegetable that he loves so much. So you grill, I make the dessert, and Gaffa makes the vegetable he loves so much. Because Gaffa, I think, doesn't really like vegetables or something, right? Is that what it is? I don't know.
I don't know. I think Gaff is just the meat and potatoes, man. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. The vegetables are kind of just fluff, maybe. Because some people are like that. Some people don't get much into the vegetables. Or some people don't get big into some vegetables. I know one person that doesn't like or doesn't eat lettuce, for example. They eat vegetables. They just don't eat lettuce.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Shandog. I remember that. He doesn't like them.
The only lettuce I eat is basically a lot of romaine lettuce.
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, I don't eat like iceberg lettuce, let's say. That stuff is That's supposed to have like pretty much no nutritional value at all because of how it's been, I don't know, bred over the years or however you want to look at it. So the best thing is romaine. Romaine with color is better, or maybe it's not romaine with color. Basically, vegetables and whatever with color.
I'll make a garden salad out of romaine lettuce.
Yeah.
And then of course I like my chicken Caesar salad that I usually make, or chicken Caesar salad wraps, or.
Yeah, and Shandell, I agree. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise. I guess I'll have it, but I'm not a real big fan of it. But I'll eat it before I'd eat something like horseradish. I really don't like horseradish, for example. Yeah, it's not like that. So.
Crunchy salad, yeah. So yes, salad is crunchy because I put carrots and radishes in there, cherry tomatoes. What else I put in there? Cucumber. I'll slice up cucumber and dice them up. Boom. Onions.
Yeah, a crunchy salad is usually better than a mushy one. So.
Sometimes I will throw celery in with my garden salad too, every once in a while.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So you got a mixture of vegetables and then whatever salad dressing you want to put on top.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one. I don't think you like horseradish, right, Ron? And apparently Gamer doesn't like it either. So I'm not the only one that doesn't like it. It's got a weird flavor.
Yeah, I'm not into horseradish, sorry. And I'm not into eating liver either. So.
Oh, you're going to make me puke over that one. Liver has a really strong flavor and a really weird texture, especially even after it's cooked. Ugh. Either way.
Smell. I can't stand the smell of liver being cooked. It's like...
I did try cooking it once, and I thought, because meat in itself can have a smell to it to some degree, even if it's not bad, it'll have like a raw meat smell. So I thought, well, maybe once I cook it, maybe it'll get better. But no, liver cooked is still as bad as it is when it's raw. It's how it smells, how it tastes, and the texture of it. Right. And it's just like, I don't care how good liver is for me. I would just puke it up. So no, thank you.
Yeah, me too. So there you go. All right. On that note, we all know we don't like horseradishes, and of course, we all know we don't like liver.
And we all know that Fishy will throw it up if she eats it. So now we know. What a great way to end the stream.
Exactly. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank to all the people that Fish. Thank you for being my co-host. I really do appreciate it. I enjoy you having it up here.
Thank you for having me.
For coming up as well, and everybody in the chat. Thank you for supporting the Toyman's Bar&Grill channel, and also supporting Go Fish Office as well. So until next Thursday, we'll talk to everybody later, and have a good weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend.